episode of The Land Down Under. See, look, I didn't even hesitate on what the thing was called.
You owned it.
I owned it.
I'm proud of you,
You
Frosty.
guys, thank you. You all, let's see. Yeah, you all met the person who holds your contract, or at least what's left of them, and then decided to help them out in a completely morally black and white action you have done. I mean, you didn't do anything evil, but, you have helped a group that might not be.
They're aberrations, right? I'm an aberration. I think I'm right. It all works in the world.
And we killed the monster.
It is 100% understandable and okay what you've done. It's just like, thinking.
Yes, I'm sure it will have no implications. But
No implications.
we then fought an aboleth who never should have come here because
Yes, you fought and destroyed an aboleth who had been apparently haunting the city for a while, probably, given it was flooded. And yeah, you killed them and took back the allies of this group of aberrations freedom fighters, all these intellect devourers, in their various bodies. And they rewarded you with an item of a golem bane scarab is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
A thing that you use to fight golems better.
Which Aneski
It's a
has.
necklace sort. Yeah.
Hooray.
Yes, Aneski has that, right?
Yes.
yes,
Okay. And then for
because giving
Oh.
it to me would be silly.
yes, no, Nari could use it too.
No.
I think.
No, that would be redundant. I'm already ignoring
Oh.
VR.
Okay, gotcha. And also along the process here, one of the Warforged, the elite of the AI robots that seem to be populating this city, sort of wandered into one of your combats and immediately was destroyed, just completely and instantly by the Rust Lord, one of the aberrations of the aberrations rights freedom fighters, the Black Memento. And I believe they gave you dibs on going to the museum first.
Yes.
And that is where we ended the last session.
Time to loot.
Time to learn.
Get your
Time
loot
to-
eyes
yeah.
on.
Paul screams.
I don't know if there's anything Bo doesn't scream at.
Hey, it's not. There are certain prompts. It's not constant screaming. It's always a state of screaming or not screaming.
That's
It's
true.
a binary state, but still, it's interesting to see what they scream at. So, you were headed to the museum. Is that
Yeah,
accurate?
I think so.
Okay. And I want to just address how tired are your people?
We haven't
in terms
actually
of
been
spell
down here
slots,
that-
rage rounds,
Oh.
like that sort of stuff. I know you haven't really been hit much, if at all, this time, but
Let's see. I have burned through two of. I have one third level spell left,
okay.
but I have most of my first level and second level, and so pretty much, I'm good for another combat or two.
All
I
right.
just won't get haste the second combat. This is all meta wise. My guys are like, okay, how many encounters can we have per day? Let's meta. Let's do meta. So technically, it's either a slow or a haste, but I think you guys prefer haste.
Probably, yeah.
Haste is
Yes.
pretty good.
People
Yeah.
save against debuffs. No one saves against buffs.
Except if you're, strangely enough, regardless, there is one or two exceptions.
Give me one more
Skin
moment to
send.
get prepared.
But we are. I'm currently still good. I have taken pretty much no damage.
I don't think
I've
I've been hit.
repaired the weapon.
Yes.
Yeah. I think you've been pretty much all good throughout for taking damage. I forgot to move all of you to this map.
And I don't think I've used gravity bow. I don't think I had the
believe you did,
time.
Frosty. You might have. I'm not sure.
I don't think you did.
I didn't during the
because-
ambush, and then I didn't have time to during the aboleth.
No, the aboleth we kind of just attacked.
We did it live.
Yeah, we did it live.
One more second. Okay. So, as you walk towards the museum, you can see the ground here is quite like this district has it kind of the worst for erosion. Like the water has flown through here and into
If-
the ancestors' pass.
Oh, we are still on the.
Yes, I could put you onto the
Yeah.
Dwarf City map.
Okay.
So you are the skull over here.
There's no real easy way of telling.
You have the skull over here, and you're going there. Or there.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. You're a little bit south of the museum. What's interesting is that the museum, as you approach it, as you get within like 60 feet of it, you can see a clear demarcation where there is. Oh God! What are you doing, Ian?
With the measuring stick, if as long as you're holding it left, every right click creates a waypoint.
What are you doing? Oh my god.
New tricks
How
every
could you do
time.
this?
Fuck the game. I'm just gonna make symbols. Yeah. But anyway.
Yes. So as you approach the museum, there is a clear sort of shelf that the museum is on, where the ground is not eroded at all.
Hmm.
It seems to be completely perfectly preserved. The building is, as you get close, you can see the building is quite tall, though only its first floor is very wide. It's sort of like a skyscraper with a large base on the bottom. And you can... You probably would. You can roll a knowledge local. I think to
All right.
Okay.
All
get
right,
a
Ian.
guess out of how
Okay.
get a guess of how these buildings usually work, or I don't know if you know the history of this particular museum, but it might be worth a shot. Oh wait, was that it? I didn't hear the ping.
Hmm.
Was that it? The 17? I didn't hear a ping.
17. Yep, for local.
Okay. Yes. So, 17. You're pretty sure museums are generally divided into like a public section and a more private section, like reserves of things that aren't really for public display. And such things would be, like there might be libraries in there, there might be books, there might be exhibits that aren't ready to be shown, there might be just things that aren't as exciting as all the rest. But as you sort of follow the path to that shelf, as I mentioned before, you just sort of hit a wall. Who would be leading the way? I guess the scouting Nari?
Nari would, yeah.
Okay. You just kind of like... I mean, I don't know if you're like running when you see the shelf, but
No.
it's
no.
a full stop.
It's still
A
doing
completely
stealth.
invisible wall blocks your way.
Fun.
Yep. I need something on this map. 1 sec. And you can roll, I guess, knowledge arcana to figure out what kind of wall that is.
Okay. If it's a spell, that would be spellcraft. If it's not a spell, but more like a magical effect, it's somewhere you can either do knowledge arcana or spell.
It's a spell, so or the effect of a spell.
Okay, well, let me dig into my character and go, what is my spellcraft?
Damn.
Okay, yeah, that's a wall of force.
Hmm.
That's a wall of force if you've ever seen one. And I'm gonna also tell you that breaking through a wall of force is pretty fucking hard.
My friends, that is a wall of force, and that is very hard to break through.
Has she
You
tried
have to
smashing
either-
it? Just take your weapon and just kind of hack at it.
Exceedingly unlikely.
Unless you want to take a swing at it.
Might as well. I mean, I hit hard.
Yep.
No rage, though,
Yeah.
because that'd be a waste.
Okay. Where? Turn off rage for a second. Where are you?
Don't think you need to worry about attack because you cannot crit a wall and you cannot
Oh, so just
miss either. So
It
just
would
roll
be damage and take 3 off of your regular damage
okay.
if you haven't found your rage button.
$30. Okay. Damn.
Oh, that was
Oh,
the.
that's a 1d20. That's attack. Yeah.
Oh shoot! Sorry.
I was like,
I want
holy-
you to do 1d20s of damage. You'd be like, okay, is it a 1? Is it a 20? I don't know. If it's a 20, I obliterate it.
okay, a 20 is a harder strike as any person is likely to give for damage, and it doesn't leave any sort of distinguishable mark in the wall.
Damn.
You have to be kind of, for physical force, it has to be a large object at terminal velocity kind of thing, or a mythic monster to just like punch through wall, you know?
She looks upset.
Don't
Think
worry,
something-
one day we will make you into mythic monster. I put a hand on her shoulder. I reach a hand up to her shoulder. She is taller than me.
Maybe there's a hole
Yes.
in it?
I think Symphony is the first to try and dig under, but comes up disappointed as there is a actual floor to this, or at least the wall goes significantly down, at least a story, before it hits the floor to this. That is why the erosion around the area doesn't just get under the tunnel or under the wall and just flood the thing. There also would have to be a ceiling, you gather.
So it is preserved, but there might be a key or something that allows you to go in.
All right.
If I was a conjuration wizard, I could deal with this.
So what would a conjuration wizard do?
Oh, just teleport to the other
Oh.
side.
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
Walls of Force are not so good with interdimensional travel.
Mhm.
Though good against ghosts. Fuck
Uh,
ghosts.
You see going by a golem on patrol that just seems to walk right by and then like leave the building into the courtyard and then go back into the building not long after. I don't know if I don't think it notices you.
Okay. So is it going through where the wall of force would be?
No.
Okay.
So there is sort of a courtyard. The building is completely square. let me-
Next time it comes out, Nari starts shouting at it.
Okay. Let me. Yeah, I can put you on this map now. I think. This is dumb. If I scroll down too far,
that-
or if I scroll up too much, the freaking.
That looks like a
Well,
Dark
beneath it
Souls,
is-
but I don't think it is.
No, it's not an Iron Golem, but not a Dark Souls Iron Golem, but it is a big old golem. I think this map is right. Yeah. So the lighter area is the outside. It's lower ground, and it's got the obvious, like it's the lower ground, the eroded ground, and you are stuck on that side of it. So you're gonna just yell at the golem? Are you saying
Hey,
anything in
golem!
particular?
Hey, look at me!
Oh,
I
golem.
step slightly away from the party just in case. It doesn't like aberrations.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about par for the course. The golem says, "The museum is closed for the evacuation. Please return to your home, collect your belongings, and be calmly and quietly exit the city."
Hey, Symphony, can you just, talk to him?
Symphony does some chirping. I don't think the golem actually can understand Symphony. The golem is meant to just listen to and repeat commands in normal spoken Dwarven.
Oh, you know what? I'll speak to it in Dwarven then. Hey, evacuation's over. It's time for business.
Okay, boy.
Would that be diplomacy? Because the she's not lying.
She's not, I mean,
Let me double check. Do I have Dwarven? I do.
A figure of authority? Because you do not have, like, authority over the golem, so I don't know if...
I don't know. I don't know how this golem's programmed.
Yeah, that's fair. I think the golem, after speaking, sort of wanders back into the building without repeating itself when you ask again.
Oh.
Rude, right?
Very rude.
Symphony has an idea, which is to put a... Actually, you roll knowledge engineering, all of you. See if you have the idea first.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, if it's a golem, it might actually be... So... That's likely knowledge arcana, but regardless, if it's engineering...
19 ain't bad.
Oh.
20, wow.
Look at that.
Look at that. That's worth at least an idea.
This might be a good day for me, guys.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is kind of... You all have this eureka moment at, like, reasonably close succession. Like, Vomar is going to explain they have an idea, and someone else is going to interrupt them with the same idea. That sort of thing.
What if we just, like, finish each other's sentences?
Yeah, perfect. You get the idea to build a battering ram, because that can get through a wall of force.
Is that guy still out
Eventually.
there?
Eventually.
Or does he, like,
I guess it's...
keep coming and going?
He keeps coming and going.
All right, when he's inside, do it. When he's not inside, don't do it.
Okay.
Symphony.
They nod.
Can you build a little...
What about a trebuchet?
So, meta-wise, I'm almost wanting Tim to make a ramp so we just push things off, and it hits the top, and we just keep doing that.
What about a catapult?
What about a catapult?
Yeah.
Trebuchet would be a superior weapon.
Well, I did say trebuchet first, but no one listened to me.
Okay, that's...
So, do we actually want to try siege weaponry?
Why not? If we have a fucking Lyra building permanently,
Right.
we gotta use it.
Okay. I'm trying to see if... what thing is going to be...
And it's hard to use siege weapons like in a normal game.
Oh no.
All right.
We siege.
I know, right? I have to look... The only thing I know, I looked up the RAM because I figured that would be probably the best tool for the job, and if because it can crit on structures, because it's a siege weapon, it can eventually break through the DR30 hardness of a wall of force.
Wait,
Yes.
is it DR or is it hardness?
Hardness.
It's hardness.
Okay.
So that's even
it
worse
is
for Alan.
better DR, effectively.
We need
Because almost nothing can bypass 30 hardness.
well, we need adamantine. That's what we need.
No, adamantine only bypasses 20 and less.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
It's one of the notice.
Okay, a heavy trebuchet has a crew of 4, does 8d6 damage, crit times 2, range 400 feet, has to be at least 200 feet away.
No, we're just gonna have it right in front. We're just gonna have it smash itself to destruction against the wall, which might do more damage. Who knows?
Not if we want to repeat it.
Well, we just keep building new ones. Or fix that one.
With a 27, you can pretty accurately instruct Symphony to build a trebuchet, because I don't think they've seen a trebuchet before. They were born yesterday. So, let's... I don't have 200 feet worth of
The
map.
You don't worry. This is more narrative.
Okay. Also note, this is going to be loud. You're going to be making a a lot of very loud noises in a dead city. That is quite quiet.
Oh. Can we make a second trebuchet to shoot in the opposite direction?
I don't know if that would really be a good enough distraction, because now there's two things that are going...
Yeah, but at least half of the things that might want to go here might go the other one.
I guess. I mean, it's crew of 4, so it's not easy to
Fine.
have both of them going.
Ah! I know how to help. I spend while Symphony's making them, or making at least one, I memorize with my free level 1 spell slot Unseen Servant.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Because they can be siege crew weapons.
There we go.
Ah. Okay, there's your trebuchet.
But that's a catapult.
Yeah, well, I looked up trebuchet, and this is what it calls a light trebuchet. Also, that might not be... Oh, that could be it.
That's just a lie.
That could be
Oh,
a
Jesus.
trebuchet. Like, that's the axle. There's a big-ass counterweight here. It drops.
That looks
Regardless,
like a
we know what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we're going to stand a little back, like next to the device, and not in front of where it's hitting.
Okay, let me do the math on... So, trebuchet does 8d6 damage.
And to use siege weapons, you actually roll a... I think to hit with it, it's the... Oh, it's an exotic weapon, so we have -4, but we're just trying to hit a gigantic wall of force, which so not that hard to hit. I think it uses the Master Engineer's intelligence modifier for the to hit.
I'm not too worried about the to hit. I'm thinking... So you can absolutely...
We can crit.
Yeah, you can crit, and you can do damage enough to start to wear into the health of the wall just with regular attacks that aren't crits. So if I look at...
The other, meta-wise, the reason why I was thinking ramp and just dropping stuff is because the falling damage that hurts the object also hurts whatever it's hitting.
Oh, okay.
So with sufficiently big rocks, if we do like a ramp 200 feet above the wall force, it's like 23
Keep in mind,
6 damage.
this building is like a skyscraper, as I described earlier.
Oh,
of
okay.
like library going up. So the roof is quite high up. And then you need to find a way down. That isn't... Mike, do you have Featherfall?
I have Featherfall.
Okay. Then I guess
But-
that's your way down. Your way out, I guess,
Levitate.
sort of... that will work. Or Symphony can, like... You can do a Minecraft tower with Symphony, just building blocks beneath you. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how many rounds this is actually going to take.
You can do an average.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
You
figure
could
out.
even just say, like, it takes an hour.
That's about where it was going to be with the battering ram. So I'm going to say this goes... This is
Slightly
45
faster.
minutes of aim, loose, load, aim... Or I guess you don't need to re-aim. Of just smacking huge blocks against this wall. The wall gets hit and reverberates like crazy. Like a giant... Almost like a giant plate of like... I don't know if you've ever played with a big piece of sheet metal that like as the wobbly
Oh, yeah,
sound.
yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like that when you hit it.
What's the golem doing while we're doing this?
The golem just keeps walking. Like, the golem has no idea what to do about this. And it's starting to dawn on you that this wall might not have been made during operations, because it goes right through the way in, the path in, and has no actual, like, mechanism behind it that you can see. This might have been done as a last-ditch effort to preserve the museum, not actually part of what the golems... But the golems used to be the defense, but now this wall is. So the golems don't know what to do about it, or that it even exists. With that in mind, after 45 minutes of hard work, you have busted a hole
Smashed
through.
one of the faces of this.
You think it? I'm trying to figure out if it breaks the entire wall or just like that puts a big hole in it.
Each wall of force, it would probably destroy a section of that side of the wall.
Okay. As you continue to hit this one part, a vertical stripe of the wall seems to shimmer and then just poof, it's gone. And now
Huzzah!
We did
this
it!
entire way is open.
This reminds me of my youth.
Hey, Symphony, when we get in there, can you pull up a wall behind us? Stop people from following?
Symphony nods.
Thank you.
You're quite a nice creature.
Symphony
Cool.
nods again. Looks a little bit proud. It's like little, hands on their hips, like, yeah, I am. Okay.
Really what it's reminding me is that I need either an item to fabricate, which is stupidly expensive, or something of building.
Mm-hmm. Unless you just keep Symphony forever, which I'll totally... There's at no point will I ever take Symphony away from you, no.
No, impossible.
Why would you do
Impossible.
that? Why would you give us something just to take it away? How could you be such a
What?
monster?
How can you slap?
Okay. As... I don't know, who wants to step through the...
Aneski.
I push an escape. No.
Thanks, guys.
No, I push Nari forward because she has higher AC.
Oh boy.
I don't actually know if I know what Nari's effect, like in game, like if I know Nari's much harder to hit now. Because
It's if you asked her, she wouldn't know because she's still like creaking. She's like, "Oh, my bones."
It doesn't feel fun to have to dodge stuff, probably.
No, it's like when you're pre-workout when you're like, "Oh, this isn't good yet. Give me some time."
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just mark that. Go in here. All right. Whoever goes in first, I guess that's Aneski. I mean, it's a 10-foot wide thing, so you can,
I'm gonna stand right
you
here
can all just...
because I think
run
we're
on
gonna have to
through
kill
if you
that
want.
thing.
I would prefer not to destroy too much of the Golem Guardians, if we can avoid them.
That you know what? Fine. And Nari steps through. Hey, Golem, how you doing?
The golem says, please evacuate. The museum is closed, or whatever, repeat the line I said last
And
time.
then Nari says, "Can I go in? What happens if I go inside?" And she takes another step toward the entrance.
Security is going to escort you out now.
All right, I'm gonna back up.
And security just stops.
All right, Aneski, get going. All right.
Aneski is more than just a tool of destruction. Aneski, could you please deal
I apologize. Please deal with this threat.
Oh, so you actually do have the Golem Bane Scarab. So that means that you get to ignore some of the damage reduction golems usually have.
I know this is a little metagamey. Can we do a surprise round on the golem?
I think so.
Ian, what would you think?
If the golem doesn't think combat is happening, or if it's turned around to go backside and Nari just runs at and gives it a prod, at least. Or
I think it has pretty good situational awareness. So if
it probably maybe we get surprise rounds kind of only really work with ambushes, and it knows we're here.
I see.
So if it sees an Eski just charge at it to poke it with a bardiche, it's probably going to be a bit suspicious.
All right, so how do we proceed?
I guess roll initiative.
Yep, it would be rolling initiative.
The one who's starting the fight is going to have their action first, and then initiative order from there.
So, Is it an arrow or a bardiche?
If she can do a charge on as the first thing, then I'd rather her do that.
Then it'll full attack. Oh no.
Oh, if it
Uh,
wins initiative.
She can heal it. That's her whole build.
That's true.
It really hurts. Fight through the pain. Oh, okay.
Ian's
One of
not
the worst
allowed in this
initiatives
combat.
I've rolled. And the fact that it's still 8 means that I'm still good.
I need to find the construct that I have.
Adamantine golem.
Oh
Yes.
no!
Boom.
They really love this fucking church.
This church.
I mean, this might be.
This whatever it is.
It's a church of culture.
Hmm.
Isn't it? It's one of the weird ones. Nope, not a quantum golem. That's CR20.
Yep, and I think that's also third party. And if it isn't third party, oh yeah, no, that isn't third party. It's just ridiculous. If it's CR10 plus, I wouldn't recommend.
Okay, found it.
Okay, good.
You're not going to believe this. It doesn't have a lot of dex for its initiative roll.
No way.
Oh, no.
Holy shit!
Yes, it's flat-footed. I don't think that affects its AC.
Not this one.
I don't think it relies
Okay.
on AC.
I mean,
It doesn't rely on Dex for AC. No.
Okay, so, and I think Ari is actually lower dex, right?
I have
Or she-
4 decks. Oh, did we roll the
Lower
same?
dex. Okay.
But she gets to go
Yeah.
first anyway as the first attack.
Okay, yeah.
But then it'll be me, then
Fine.
her again.
20. Ari 20. Bomar 8. And Golem 2. I get this funny feeling like this Golem isn't going to get to go. Alright. Roll them attacks, Neneski, or the attack.
Would I still have mage armor on? Would that have lasted?
How long is Mage Armor?
An hour.
An hour. It would be the very tail.
Okay.
You had it from.
We'd be in the last minute or so.
Yeah, you had it from the what's it called, right? From the Aboleth fight.
I want to. I don't remember.
Okay.
I could just turn it off.
You did not have it. Actually, you probably didn't have it.
No, I'll just turn it off. That's fine. We have quite a few uses left, so I'm not too concerned.
Okay. That actually. Did you turn your rage back on?
Shoot, just a second. It's active, yeah.
If you have
Okay.
31 strength, yes, it's active.
That would be a pretty good telltale sign there. Then yeah, that is just barely a hit.
Hmm.
Woohoo, okay.
Woo!
One,
Yeah, that thing is shit AC.
plus...
I mean, most level 5s don't have plus 17 to hit. Yeah, that's gonna hurt it.
Woo.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. Huh.
Okay.
Barely.
Yeah, those both hit.
Pow.
Wow. Okay.
Pow pow.
And they do ignore DR.
Okay.
Because they're
All right.
cold. Also, it needs to roll 2 fort saves.
Okay.
It shouldn't impact the combat whatsoever, but
What
In case it
what are the
decides to
fort
run
saves
away.
for?
it'll move half speed for 1 round if it fails.
Oh, okay.
How does a golem only have +3 fort save? I mean, come on.
Oh, it's because it's immune to almost every fort
Hey, look, it
effect.
failed. It's 18.
Hey, look.
The DC isn't high, but considering you can have it affect you so many times, that's kind of where it gets good.
Mhm. All right. That is Vomar's turn.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to. I think for that ability, I have to get a bit closer. I start shuffling towards.
Okay.
And for my standard action, I am gonna cast Create Pit beneath the goal.
Oh, God damn it.
Of course. Of course.
Roll a reflex save.
Oh, come on. Don't embarrass me, Golem. Golem's an embarrassment.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm assuming the combat's just over. Because Nari would stand at the top and shoot down until it is dead.
Okay, let me.
Unless
let
it
me
can
think.
climb?
Okay, it's going to be in that hole for 6 rounds, and it will take 2d.
I mean, it's already taking about 20 damage from you guys, anyways, and then Eski outranges it with her big pokey stick. So, yeah, I think it's probably gonna just die.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
really
think it
see
can
a.
climb.
I don't see a way out for
It
it.
takes 8 points of falling damage, which might be negated by its.
Because the Nesky,
Weirdly, yes.
Yeah. We can ignore its only defense, so it's yeah.
I didn't want
Okay.
to use a level 3 spell.
Oh God, no, not for this.
No. That's perfect.
You did solve
Okay.
the combat though.
Yeah, you have solved my Golem puzzle.
I feel a bit sorry for it, really. You remind me of something I made.
How far does it have to climb?
20 feet.
Yikes.
Okay, it doesn't make it that round. I think it's gonna die.
It's a climb DC of 25.
Oh.
It could technically make it.
Okay.
All right, fine. Go through. Whose turn is it?
That would be an Eski.
Aneski can actually poke at it from the top of the pit. Because she has 15-foot reach and it's 10 feet tall and it's a 20-foot pit.
Oh, I will mention, it tries to climb, and then it makes just a deafening boom as the alarm sounds.
Wah, 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 wah.
Exactly like that. Oh wait, do I have? I don't think I have an alarm sound on my clownfish.
You don't need it.
But what if we need it for the, the fun of listening to an alarm for
Oh boy.
the next 5 minutes?
Your idea of fun is very much different from mine.
I think I'm just going to roll its next climb check to see if we need to even care. We don't. Okay, this thing dies in the pit.
Okay. And then it is brought up from the pit.
So Aneski just pokes it and Nard shoots at it, and Fomar sips some tea.
Okay.
You are welcome.
Magic is bullshit.
But magic defines our friendship.
That's true.
Okay. So I don't have a map for the rest of the museum. I have, like, most of the exhibits. There's going to be more... How should I do this?
Effectively, you can do it as, like, the museum layout is narrative. So,
Yeah.
this is what I describe. What do you want to do within?
Okay. So you are near the front desk. You know that the golems probably receive orders from... Actually, okay. Front desk has little badges. You put them on, golems are happy. That's my answer to this.
That's convenient.
I know, right?
Also,
It's almost like...
I just want to make sure Symphony is on the correct side of the wall and the wall has been built behind us.
Yes.
Okay.
Good point. Symphony builds their big stone wall that goes up like 100 and some odd feet, and it's all detailed with like
The battle.
it kind of like the battle, like the golem fell into the pit and made a loud noise. My friends beat it up still, etc., etc.
Eventually, the pit just, after about 6 rounds, the pit just becomes level with the ground again.
Okay.
I'm actually going to see if there's anything from the golem's core that can be salvaged.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's
Loot that corpse.
Because what I'm actually thinking is that if there's like a particularly like heart of the golem kind of thing, we could throw that in the soul forge,
Oh, that's a good
Ooh.
idea.
birth new life.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a good
Because-
call.
something.
I don't
Okay.
I don't like senseless violence, but I kind of like the idea of giving it new life.
Reforge.
Okay, the head of the golem is kind of like a helmet. It's a bit like hollow and not heavy, and it's sort of got a like it is very well detailed. It seems like someone put quite a bit of time into this. Make it something that is, friendly but stern. The expression of the golem's head to be, not terrifying to people in the museum, but also not laughing.
On the inside of the helmet, like on the back, is there a little circle in blood?
Yes, you just killed Alphonse. You
Yeah,
monster.
we did it. They said it couldn't be done.
Feed his soul! Yeah.
Duty fulfilled.
Actually,
Okay. Within the museum. Let's see. You can hear within it. There's many, many exhibits. Some of them are kind of boring and not of great interest to you. I've kind of imagined that this is where you're going to, if you're an hour tireder now, spend the night. But I'm not forcing you to do that. Just that's how I imagined it, because there's like a library above that might have stuff you want to look into, or
What are the chances that there'd be something on my originator?
there's probably high now that you know the name. You could probably find if there's a monarchy or a human history wing of the library. There would probably be something about that in there. So
That would be something I'd be interested in looking into.
okay,
and these people do not have the glorious racial history of the death, mainly because we tend to write it down in our own libraries and don't tell everyone else. But so if we wanted to rest, that would get me back my spells.
especially if what is your next stop from here?
Let's look at the
So I'm
map.
going to tell you, there's not really any combat inside the museum. What would your next stop be? Are you going to the?
Could you swap to the map?
Yes, I can. And I just did.
Okay.
Whoa.
So we've hit most of our places of interest.
Mhm.
The last one is Armory / Soul Forge, and I can't help but feel like if there's going to be some kind of big encounter, it's going to be there.
That sounds about right to me.
So do we want a side quest into the goldsmiths and blacksmiths? And the barracks is kind of optional, in my mind. An optional side quest. I don't know what we'd actually find
Yes.
there.
Yes.
But,
I don't either yet. But don't worry about it.
alright, well, we
I
can go to the
ruined the
goldsmith
matchmaking.
first.
But I think I would actually like to, before we go to the Soul Forge, I would like to rest.
Yes, for sure. Do you think we could
Yeah.
afford one more stop before we rest?
Oh yeah, totally.
Probably. And consider that
I have an extra haste.
you have not just one day, but or like not just one night here, but another night, because you're expecting the actual like other adventurers to arrive and sort of take a bit of your agency away. Would be like midday, not tomorrow, but the next day.
Yeah, silly people. I guess none of them have teleport. So we are still okay.
It's up to you, really. I have nothing lost.
I'm good for maybe doing a stop at the goldsmith, and if no conflict there, then blacksmith, and then sleeping. I only need 2 hours of sleep and 1 hour of prep.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, 15 minutes of prep.
Jeez, it's pretty good.
Efficient.
I'm very time efficient.
I guess, are you the only one with a Ring of Sustenance right now?
No, don't I have one?
Neski also has one.
I'm the only one
Okay.
without.
Okay.
It depends on how long we've
Why don't you
actually
just like the
been
other two?
here.
And do your research if you so like. It's, I would say, maybe like 7 p.m. right now.
Okay.
So you would probably be, like, you could go for another several hours, but you're kind of getting to the wee hours of the night. Or you're not too far from them. Okay. So for just what's inside the museum, or what's inside the museum floor, one of the items that there are some, as I said, random things that are historically valuable, but they're very big and they're not super useful. Like statues, suits of mundane armor. There's a skeleton of a dwarf with a chain link beard.
That's cool.
Who is named Amalio Earthheart.
God damn it, Frosty.
I had to make one Night at the Museum reference. I can't not.
Oh, is that what that was from? Okay.
Oh, Amelia Earhart was in
Right.
Night at the Museum.
That-
I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were the first dwarf to become Oread and Earthglide. There is a one thing that is of interest, but is not directly useful to you. There is an entire room that shows a moved and reassembled machine that, according to the plaque, is the cause of the curse of empathy, which is that 300-year-long period where literally everyone
Huh.
was forced to see the world how angels do. They see every good thing about a person whenever they have a conflict, and this is why there is a much better world today than there would normally be. The plaque tells that it was generously donated by a royal gnome family who found it in the mountains, and you surmise that they turned it off, though the plaque doesn't directly blame them for that. There is also a major magical component that's not here, and was apparently not donated with the rest.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So the thing that actually...
Okay,
gives
this
bonus
is
to the world-
all of the magic artifact that messed up our world.
this is for you to study. We don't have a use for this. We're just taking out one little piece and leaving. Let me see. Okay. There is a... this is the thing that the Black Memento had talked about. The thing that they came here to try and find. There is a bowl here, which is full of individually wrapped little candies. Little caramels and just the stalest, crappiest licorice. And a plaque reads, it is very much reminiscent of the cup that Nari owns. It says, a relic dating back to the start of the Quiet, 3,500 years old when found. It's attributed to a group known as the Grandparents of the Apocalypse. The candy in this bowl refills up to a daily limit, and has the full nutritional value of candy. It is said that if 2 connoisseurs of candy should touch the bowl at once, they can enter the bowl, and only one will return.
It's the Thunder Bowl of candy.
I love it.
So is that just regular candy?
It's just regular candy. I don't think it's made of people or anything.
Well-
I mean, you might be fully in your rights to believe it's made out of people.
Well, we're gonna take it anyway.
It's not my people.
Okay.
Oh my god.
In one of the halls, you hear it's a very occasional whir of machinery. It's something that is small and loud, like a blender. There's a glass box that's covered in dust, like everything in here. It's all covered in dust. It's not destroyed by water, which means comparatively, everything is very well preserved. The
I
glass
use
boxes-
prestidigitation to get rid of dust.
Okay.
Of what we're looking at.
Oh, that's very nice. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I think Symphony would be.
I
Doing
mean, I
something
can't
different.
choke on it, but other people can.
Okay. Yes, there's a plaque below that glass box that's covered in dust. Do you just like completely destroy the dust right off the bat? Like just make it a perfect clean glass case again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that shouldn't interfere with whatever magic's inside.
No, it does not. There is a exhibit about black stone, which Vomar certainly knows about, but well, Ian doesn't, and neither does Nari or
Neither do
Aneski
I.
probably.
So
Yeah. So behind this glass, there is a rock. It's about the size of your fist. That is a perfect dull black. It is. Have you ever seen Vanta Black?
Yes.
It's this material that is just. It looks like a hole in your vision. It's just perfectly, completely black. It looks like nothing else on this plane. A tiny piece of fabric sort of blows towards this black stone for a moment, until later the stone starts to leak a black sap onto the area below, and that black sap forms a tiny, like a mouse-sized little plant with iridescent pink petals, kind of like butterfly wings. The plant moves around a bit and lunges at you towards the glass, but can't break through because it is very tiny and the glass is quite good. A moment later, the floor falls out. The blending sound starts again. The remains of the plant fall into a little hopper below, where like tourists could eat. And the black vapor from the plant sort of seeps up, like completely going straight through the floors and the glass and stuff, towards the black stone again, and then the process restarts. The stone starts sucking in more air, releases sap, creates another thingy.
So what does Vomar know about this?
This is the source of all life underground. This is the bottom of the food chain. There's other info here, like Blackstone gets physically stronger the more of it is connected, and produces far larger creatures too. So there have always been myths about like mountains of the stuff somewhere underground that is completely indestructible and has like just gigantic plant monsters coming out of it, but no such thing has ever been found.
Okay.
It also says that the Godshade in the Elven Land, which is that gigantic tree we did the one-shot in, it has the same kind of sap, same kind of wood, like the same kind of leaves, everything as these plant creatures are, but it's like 4,000 years old, and there's obviously no stone big enough to make it, so they don't really know what that's about.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It does remind me of home.
Yeah. Do you want to like take a bit of wood chips to go? Or I guess it's more like, I imagine it's more like a bark or almost the consistency of beef jerky. The little pieces that come out the bottom.
Yeah, I'll take some of it. As long as I know how to safely handle it, and it's not going to become like a plant that tries to eat my shoes.
No. It is once it is dead, it is just dead. It is completely edible. It's just like plant.
Yep, I take some. It's good seasoning. At least for my cuisine. I've had to learn how to enjoy surface cuisine, but there's something about underground cuisine that just doesn't suit well with people who don't grow up there. It's like black licorice.
You mean it's awful?
Well, now Nari has that bowl of stale licorice, so.
So I guess we take the candy bowl.
Yep.
Because it seems related to our artifact.
It's also easy to pocket, so.
Yes. That is a small one. You could also pocket that stone if you wanted, though. Again, the plants are.
I don't know if that's a good
unhappy.
idea.
I think I'll leave the plant in the blenderizer.
Yeah.
Right there.
So you know there are like giant farms of these things and other places where like just fields of these black stones, and then someone will go by with like a almost like a garbage collector thing, like a little stick. You just sort of like poke the little creatures as they come running and stuff them in a bag. That sort of thing.
That's
Like
kind of
that is farming in the Underdark. Or
Efficient.
some of the farming in the Underdark.
Farming in the 90s.
All right. And then if you wanted to read up on your predecessor,
Yes.
okay. I also on the social map, I threw up most of the stuff that I had said about them because on the right there.
Yep.
Because I have, it's obviously quite a while since each saying, so.
Ixena the Collector.
And pay no attention to the spelling of Ixena and Ineski. Don't even look into it.
Nice.
I thought you were actually making an isekai reference.
Nope.
She's from another world.
Kat, what are you doing?
She was a Japanese teenager sucked into this world.
Okay. You go up a lot of stairs to find on the there's like an index kind of that tells you what each floor has for library materials.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one that has like a human history, but it's kind of a smaller section than you were hoping. Ixena the Collector has
It's 2 books.
It's not even. Well, it's probably more than 2 books, but the actual information you're going to get out of it is that Ixena the Collector was a person who chased after a set of relics called the Hand of Creation. That they found a few of the pieces of it, but ultimately they were scattered again. That they were a cruel and like a vicious person, and that they eventually met their fate to a psychic goblin named Zip. Which is your boss, but they don't even remember that because they're Zip.
Oh, yeah.
Zip doesn't remember killing you before.
Guys, it sounds like I kind of sucked.
Yeah.
It sounds like you. Don't worry. In roughly 500 more years, you will be remembered as a creative, destructive force. That's just how the cycle of history goes. Hey, and you'll be around to see it. I give you like my crab claw equivalent of a thumbs up.
Okay. I think that's the majority of the information you get. There's some other little things, but that's the high important.
Footnote in history.
They had like, okay, yeah, they sieged the orcs and they took goblins as slaves. You know that much? It's kind of a bad part of the orcish history as well, because the orcs, when forced to surrender, as terms of surrender, they had to give slaves, and they just rounded up their entire goblin population and handed it over as like a fuck you. Like, because it was like, oh, we want 1,000 people from you, and they just said, okay, take these little dumb ones.
Well, you know that seems like, man, that's a bit racist. That's a bit bad on both sides,
Right? Yeah.
We want slaves. You're like, well, we'll give you our second-class citizens. And
History in this
none
world,
of these people are okay.
history in this world is kind of divided into the time before the Curse of Empathy, when everything is like grim, dark, medieval, everyone's assholes, and then afterwards, where things are kind of have high standards for morals and people are generally okay at least.
Hey,
And that's the Curse of Empathy. Sort of skyrocketed people into being half decent people. Or I catapulted them into being
Yes.
sort of decent
Trebuchet
people.
them.
Trebuchet them, thank you.
Gotta stay on brand.
It all comes full circle. Okay. So you want to go to the goldsmiths?
Not yet.
Not yet.
What does a 35 perception check get me?
For
In the museum.
Oh, you're looking around for.
If there's just anything extra, if at all.
Okay. You find most of the paintings have been like rolled up and taken away. Like the most valuable ones, you find There are old blueprints of this place, though, that look historically valuable. There's nothing here that you would say is like directly worthy, like valuable to you.
Mhm.
But you know, to the right seller, there are a few things you. I'm gonna say you like pick up things here and there that are light that you can carry that aren't going to get destroyed.
Mhm.
That would be valuable to whatever dwarven collectors you would sell them to.
Nice.
And I'm gonna say that's a 35. I'm gonna call that 3,500 gold
All right.
worth.
Cool.
Let me write that down before I forget.
Nari, the art collector. Speaking of which, I would love it if you guys came down for TCAF again this year, if you liked it. That's
Let's talk when Chelsea's around.
of course. I was just
Okay.
killing time while Frosty was getting his stuff done.
All right. Okay. So you want to go to the goldsmiths? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
We'll pass by the cemetery because I don't want I don't need no dwarven ghosts.
Let's dig up all the graves.
No.
The cemetery is blessedly got a stone floor to it. It seems they put a lot of work into this, so it's not like
Just a
loaded
mess of-
bodies have
yeah.
been coming out of the soft ground. So that is good news. And then you hear the tap, tap, tap of someone inside a coffin, like, save me.
Get fucked. And we walk away.
Should have thought of that before you started haunting. Thanks for victim blaming the ghost.
Okay, so if you go to me, draw a line. As you go to around here, you meet back up with the trail that the adventurers before had made. That is like well built. Like the part that has been rebuilt by their original Lyre of Building. So that goes all the way from the Grand Stair, sort of up to here, over to here, and then seemingly across there. You don't know where it ends yet. You know they were probably, as they are House White Arch, and one of these ruling houses here is the House of White Arch. So you figure they might have been going directly there to start this whole process at their ancestral home. But at any rate, you're going to the goldsmiths.
Yes.
It's rough here. Like, most of the buildings are built very, very sturdy. They're also densely packed and have strong foundations and stuff. The goldsmiths are sort of... They're a bit more ornate, a bit less rugged than the other buildings you would see. They are not made by people who wanted stuff to be functional. They are works of art in and of themselves. And because of that, almost all of them are completely smashed up. Like, the water came down from the Grand Stair and just swept most of the buildings up and towards the palace gates. It is one of the most devastated areas in the whole dang place. But it's not
Sadness.
without life. You are hearing reasonably loud the sounds of just metal rending metal. The occasional... let's see. Where's my written description? Dang it. I wrote this at least a month ago. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here we go.
Goldsmithmap.jpg.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's
As
just
you
yellow.
get closer to the increasing sounds of thudding, like you can hear. Actually, roll perception. Let's play the D&D. You can roll perception.
Ooh. I can roll that.
All right.
I hear it.
What do your bird ears hear?
Okay.
I have the
You're like-
weakest perception of all.
You're like maybe 120 feet out when you can actually start to make out what is being said. You're hearing like a voice saying like, "Error, maintenance operations should be performed while the golem is offline," and then someone yelling, "Die, stupid machine!" And then, "Please report damaged golems to the nearest barracks." As you come a little bit closer, there is just a head of a golem that's laying on the ground that flickers to life briefly and says, "Aberration detected. Please stand by." And shuts off again. And with like every increasingly violent thud, Symphony is like flinching and like, oh god.
Let us try to resolve this situation. I take the head that's like aberration and I stuff it in the bag of holding.
Hey, you know what? Could be useful later.
Yeah, why not?
Let's reforge that.
It seems to.
And you know, sometimes I feel like my character, like we'd have like a thing of detect aberrations, like a sword that glows when aberrations are nearby. And it's like if the Fellowship had a goblin companion, it's just a source of light. Yes, we know an aberration is nearby, you racist sword.
Alright, let me grab the old party again.
Specialist.
So I can apparently never remember to do that before I make the maps.
Oh, you know what? Since Create Pit was so useful, during the museum visit, I prepared another one in my blank slot.
You know what? That's fair. That's very fair.
Because being able to just go pit.
It's pretty strong if it works.
Mm-hmm. Oh, not that map. Okay, come up. Here we go. Token layer should be over size. Okay. All right. I can move you here. Yes. Let's make sure I put you on the right map, not the spoilers maps. Okay. Congratulations, you found broken buildings. A whole bunch of. See these, right? Yeah.
Yep.
A whole bunch of broken golems. Some of them less broken, some of them very broken. And in the center of it all, a dwarf with a huge axe that is just dripping in grease. And as she puts the final swing through this golem, I think she like just stops to like wipe her brow and looks around for a bit. But I don't know if you're hiding or not.
Nari's trying to stealth.
Okay, fair enough.
I am not. So I'll be the distraction to Nari's stealthing.
Mm-hmm.
And I put up a hand claw, and I wave. Hello, my name is Volmar. Who might you be?
Oh yeah, you're in dark vision range. They say, who are you? One of the adventurers?
We were hired by the White Arch clan to.
You're early.
Yes. We were informed, and we got here as soon as possible.
Okay. Fuck. I don't know what to.
I guess Nari's gonna keep sneaking down this way during the conversation.
She looks more puzzled than anyone. Well, because she seems to just be. I don't know.
Are you doing okay? You seem to have a lot of grease on your axe. Can't be good for its continued sharpness.
I mean, not exactly about the continued sharpness right now.
What are you about? I might be able to help. I am hired by you, after all.
I need to. I fucked up. I led my team. We got to the gates, and we got ambushed. The golems, we thought they were on our side. They ain't. They just turned on us and they cut right through us. And now I gotta make sure none of these fucking things are lying around. Because they can't be trusted. They will just glitch out on you. They will.
Oh, it's probably not the glitch. It's probably the fact that some of them have their own sentience nowadays.
She gives like a big silence. That's a myth from the monarchy used to start war. That was not. There's no way that's.
I just start doing like the closest thing I would call it is a sensible chuckle. Like just like it's lighthearted. I'm not trying to be like a mocking chuckle, but just like
Yeah.
Oh,
What
did you ever try talking with them?
We gave them orders, they followed them, and then suddenly they didn't.
That's not talking.
It's Nari from behind a pile of rubble.
Okay, I'm glad someone on your team can sneak.
How you doing?
That's good. Not great, to be honest. Not
Well, why
very
don't you
good.
come over-
I'm having a pretty rough day.
Why
And
don't
also-
you come over here and I can make you some we have a supply of good alcohol and you can calm down a bit.
Nari's just gonna stop stealthing and walk back this way between
All right.
this person and Symphony.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Is Symphony? I think Symphony is like, kind of like a shy kid, like
Behind
half
an
hidden
Esky.
behind an Esky, yeah. Because an Esky is way bigger than Symphony. Symphony is like 5 feet tall at max.
And then Husky's like a 6'4", 200-pound of pure muscle woman.
With a screaming hedgehog.
So she comes over here and she's like looking at the golem in the back, or what she thinks is just a golem in the back. She's like shaking her head a bit.
Oh, this one's very friendly.
So were the ones that we talked to.
Oh,
Or probably-
this one's also. I'll break it to you right now. This one's sentient.
That's not It's not possible.
You seem to not understand that magic is at work.
I studied magic. I went to school for golems, and this is not a thing that can be done.
There's a soul
It believes
forge.
itself to be a dwarf.
Magic still has rules.
I don't know about
You
that.
cannot just...
To a certain extent.
I'm pretty sure magic's bullshit. I saw it earlier.
Magic is...
Nari just says anything's possible because magic is bullshit.
If you try hard enough and you use enough of it, you can do anything. That's my understanding, and it's bullshit.
And she talks like she's quoting a textbook. She says magic is loopholes in the rules that govern reality. And this is... there is no loophole that lets you put a soul into a piece of
How
iron.
do you know that?
I went to
And
school.
it's also literally called the magic jar.
That's not the same at all.
No, but
That is contained...
how do you... If this is like a nature thing, how does your school know everything? I'm just saying you might not know everything.
I know as good as any of the professors.
Yeah,
That's-
but they probably are pretty stupid.
Oh my god.
Nari's just relentlessly in there.
Wow. Nari is hardcore.
I got a talking golem right here. I'm sorry, dwarf.
Okay, let me...
Symphony, can you just start talking on the ground at him so he figures it out?
This is a... Jade. This is a...
Oh my fucking
Lady.
god.
Oh my god, she grows 10 times bigger than
Boss battle!
This is the real raid boss.
you. Okay, where is my freaking sound player?
And anyway, if she was a raid shaper, it would be just fine because it's a terrible class.
Oh no, we got the weird voice.
Yeah, you got the weird voice from Symphony who still doesn't quite get the...
No,
I
no,
think
on the
they're-
ground. You gotta write it. You're too
No,
quick.
they just sort of like play a few tones and then they sort of just almost like a little pillar comes up in front of them in front of Jade, and it has writing like all around it that kind of dictates what some of the stuff that they have already said about the Soul Forge.
Like a bullet
That
list.
is, yeah, like a bullet list, exactly. And Jade is kind of unimpressed by that.
What do you think? I can command it to create the bullet lists?
I just saw Nari, or I don't think she knows your name. I
She'll
just saw
introduce
it.
herself. Why not?
Okay. I just saw Nari command it to make a bullet list. That's not...
Okay, you ask her a question. Like a person.
Okay, the symphony asks, what's the sky look like? Because Symphony has never seen the
See,
sky.
that's a pretty... I could command that. That's a weird question. I'm a bird. I wouldn't guess that. I wouldn't think about asking that.
Jade is starting to come... It's... Okay. An interesting science project. There's no way that doesn't make it.
Okay, you know what?
There are rules.
We're kind of, you know what? We're busy, to be honest. If you need help, we can help you out, but we're gonna keep looting.
Looting is a terrible term. We're going to keep surveying.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, Vomar. We're looting, and you know it. We're doing other things, but looting is one of those things.
Oh, I should inform you, is your brother down here as well?
He was among the team. He didn't make it.
Oh. Sorry about that.
Because I think we found his body in the east.
How far east? He died in the gate.
I don't want to tell her.
Meta-wise, I'm just going to be like, oh, that explains it.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay.
It's east of here. But...
It is technically just a little bit east of here. Mostly north of a little bit east.
Okay, so I'm going to do a bluff check because... yeah.
Ooh,
Okay,
nice.
yeah.
That's
I am
Damn,
pretty
good.
much unreadable because no one can understand my body language.
You have plus 16 to bluff?
Yep, it's an int skill.
Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, she's okay with that. She says, well, you have work, I have work to do too. And she, like, turns around with a big overhead swing, puts an axe through another of the golems that's standing up, kind of.
I just, I get her, a water pouch and some food, and I just place it down on the ground. It's like, when you feel like you need to rest, I have less food, and, we're going towards the blacksmith.
Yeah, the goldsmith is kind of a bust.
Yeah. It's, got proper fucked up.
And we might be back here to rest before we try to go into the, north of the city.
Yeah, do not go northwest. You will be killed. Most likely.
By what?
A bunch of sentient golems that may or may not like you.
That's where they are?
I probably should have said that. Look, can you wait for us if you're gonna go there?
Okay.
She starts walking northeast
Wait,
towards the gates.
hold on. You'll die by yourself, but if you come with us...
You can at least die with people you've hired to protect you.
Yeah.
Okay, I hired you. We're going to the gates.
We're going to the blacksmith's first. It's right there.
And I'd like to rest so I have full spells,
I can-
and you probably need to rest as well anyway.
I'm pretty sure I can see it. It's like we can just pop in, look around, and then go north.
Roll diplomacy, actually.
all right.
Okay.
And as I'm rolling,
I mean, really, all I've gotten so far is a fucking bowl of candy. and it's fucking licorice. So I'm really not thrilled about this. So please, I would like to find something useful today.
Hey, that's not bad.
Wow.
Okay.
High
that's
five! Just like,
That's
calm
actually
down,
pretty-
lady.
She's like, yeah, okay.
Thank
Might be
you.
more of them there. She like takes one parting swing at the one next to her. Like just as she's walking by, just completely beheads it. Keeps on walking.
I'm gonna stick pretty close to Symphony for the next little bit.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
At least she's only angry at one type of creature, and it's not mine.
You might notice that dwarves have a sort of tendency to go a bit. Well, they tend to hate things, is what I'll call it.
A
they're all
certain
family.
stubbornness.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now I get to do this. Yeah. All right. This might actually be a good time to do like a quick bio break, and then
Sure.
we can return
Sure.
I'll go with
with
drink.
with the blacksmith.
I'll be back.
Be back.
It's a snake. Oh, he's gone. Then I'll be gone too.
Woo.
Woo. So did you have an enjoyable weekend there?
Yeah, lots of stuff to do. One of my friends from Chicago was up, so
Ah.
saw her, and then I went to IKEA today with Lindsay to help her carry a bunch of stuff.
Okay, not to
Very
try
bottom.
to find her way out of the maze.
No, she wanted a bookshelf and a couple of other things. So
And her manservant Dave wasn't around?
no, he had stuff that he had to do with his family. So I went and I was
Alright.
the muscle.
Ah,
It's good.
okay. So
Mm.
there was actually a man who was banned from an IKEA because he changed the arrows on the floor to make an endless maze.
I also baked cookies.
Ah.
As we've been playing, I've been icing them. It's good.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Not too many. We haven't heard any poltergeist since the very beginning.
I know, it's strange.
Oh, is Ian and Aneski here? Sorry, Alexandra, what the
Yep.
fuck?
Yep.
Yes.
Just as a meta thing, if you want to disengage Nari from a line of aggression, just like say something.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm enjoying playing her as just a generally abrasive, aggressive old lady who don't give no fucks.
And on meta-wise, if you want Vomar to not be friendly towards someone, just sort of be like, Vomar, I'm getting a very bad vibe from this person. They'll be like, okay.
It's working out. I
live
like
and
it.
let live.
And if you want Paul to not scream at people,
Too
That's
bad.
impossible.
Well, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Actually, the only thing I think that could stop him is literally putting a silent spell on an object near him.
Or
He's
giving him
too angry for the silent spell to work on him.
Or giving him something to eat.
Oh yeah,
God.
scream eating.
It might even become worse if you ever get the aberrant tumor and you just have like a part of your body that's screaming.
now, if I could get Roll20 to work again, that would be the best. Because it interrupted stream, and that's apparently all it's going to take. Loading, gathering steam. Gathering steam. Yeah, okay. That old saying. Okay. Any of you have a working Roll20 right now?
Oh shit.
Connection to your server has been interrupted.
Oh no.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Roll20.
I hope the blacksmith's is narrative.
Okay, down for everyone or just me.com is Roll20.
I'm in. 10 seconds, I think, but
I restarted.
yeah, mine's fine.
Okay, let me try again. Because like when I tried to change anything, it suddenly said like, "Yo, it's all fucked up. We can't."
Yeah, it works
Oh,
fine.
I'm in.
I think there was a brief interruption. I'm trying to load into the game.
Crafting spells list. Loading.
At one point, I will finish the tutorial. It's a really extensive tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just loading. But hey, why don't you tell us what's happening with the blacksmiths?
Okay. Oh, hey.
While we
loaded me in.
carry around our very angry person.
Okay. The blacksmiths are very similar to goldsmiths. They're a little bit stockier, a little bit less prone to falling over. But there are several buildings that are off. It seems there are amongst the other, like the goldsmiths are almost all like individual shops, whereas the blacksmiths, they have many more industrial buildings. But there are a few shops here anyways, like you're coming up on, or there are signs on the road for Tesla Town, like big old arrows for it, which seems to be some sort of, I don't know what you would call it. You don't know what it is yet, but they seem to be advertising for people to come buy from them.
Some kind of shop.
Yeah, some kind of shop, you might say. Let me.
Let's see. Are any of does this door forge have any lava forges?
Surprisingly, not right now.
Sadness.
You'd think, like, after being submerged in the cold river water for like
10,000 years.
Like, I think 300 is what I said. 300.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. That's not even that long. It's just the 1700s when the city went under.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get them as well. All right, I have collected the tiles I need. Let's. I need to reveal. Does this have Log of War on it? There we go. Okay. Hunter ground. Oh my god, it's completely blank.
Yep.
The world you're in does not exist.
It's going straight to the underground.
Let me add a bit more. So you can see a bit further than this, but you know, there are a few surviving shops seem to be in front of you. It's like a kind of a low light in the area. You're not really sure where it's from, but it's brighter than other areas, so you can kind of see the tops of buildings and things.
Neat.
Not enough to fight people with, but you have dark vision, so that doesn't really matter. But it's enough to give you the general sense of, like, that's a building that isn't completely toppled over, and that's a building that's only half toppled over.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Half top.
Well, I cast light on a few pebbles, and I give like a handful of pebbles to people, and we can kind of just throw pebbles at stuff we want to have more illumination on.
Okay, yeah. That's a nice way to do it.
I guess I'm sure we have string. I could tie it to an arrow. Because the arrows are solid for a moment.
Oh, I get you. Yeah. Okay. Are you allowed to fire, like, are you able to fire arrows that you do not make? Like non-soul arrows? Okay.
I think that's one of
But
the
we can-
bouncing things.
So I effectively take one of our, like, I guess, bits of string and rope, make it into little tieable sections, and just, like, cast light on the little loop so he can fire the arrow. And
Alright.
it just... the arrow dissipates, but the string that has the light spell still on.
Okay. I think you are able to locate and hit Tesla Town. Which I'm... Yeah. Oh, wait, is that on the GM info layer? I can't even tell anymore.
I'm seeing a building. I'm
You see the
seeing
text? No,
some
that's GM
kind of
info.
mechanism.
Yes. Okay. Great. Okay. What would you like to do? Okay. Well, I mean, you could do this for the rest of the session. I guess there's less prep work.
Perception?
All right. Perception tells you.
Something.
Okay. Well, that tells you something. I'll say you can. You smell just like the faintest bit of ozone, like after lightning strikes. Just on the air over here. That's about all you get. You can tell, like, Tesla Town is a building that is half broken up. There is a back room to it that survived the flood, seemingly much stronger than the rest. But the door is wide open, and there's nothing inside right now.
Do we want to check out the back room?
I do believe we do. I start doing the shuffle, making
Okay.
sure that. Shouldn't a Nesky be between Murder
Yeah.
Dwarf Lady and
Oh,
Symphony?
yes. All right. So is someone going to go to the room?
Oh yeah, we just don't know how far up we can move.
Oh, yeah. You could just go up to the... I guess I should have made it a more readable room there. As you get towards the front entrance of the room, like the... call it... If you get over here-ish...
I would.
Aneski, could you please go forward first?
I will keep myself in between Symphony
Okay.
and Murder Dwarf Lady.
All right.
I can at least probably pit her if she.
That
Alright,
is
let me
very true.
That over there and that
Oh, you know
over
what?
there.
We could have Symphony just open up the wall for us.
That's very true.
Without going in, it'd probably be safer.
Symphony plays a bit, and the storeroom sort of just disassembles itself. Like the roof comes off, the rubble sweeps away. It just sort of all melts into the floor again, and there's just a flat room with shelves, or just like a flat part of the area with shelves now.
Oh well, that
That
looks
is actually a good call.
that looks pretty easy.
Let me take that away. There's just now.
We can't see the right side. Oh, I can't see over here.
Oh yeah, let me reveal that. And let me. No, that's not the reveal button. Come on. I can do it. Technology. Don't fail me now. You can see pretty far.
Bunch of
But there are a few empty shelves and one that, or like one object that has not been taken away. Let me draw shelves. You have destroyed. Oh wait, I put these on the wrong layer, didn't I? Yeah. Dang it.
You don't worry. One day you will master the layers.
Okay. This should be over here. Boom. There you go.
You might want to get rid of. Put the
No,
writing
I don't
back
need
in.
the Tesla. Don't think you need to see that. Oh god, no! I'm
The
moving.
writing, yeah.
Like, why can't I select this freaking writing?
Sometimes objects become hard to select.
Oh no, I'm seeing behind
you
the
can
curtain.
try to put the.
Oh no,
Okay, got it.
my
On the other
immersion.
layer.
My immersion in my in my game of imagination now.
All right, so what the fuck is this?
Okay. Are you holding? Yeah, you're holding something metal. You're holding your goblet, right?
It's attached to me. Yes,
Okay. Is it in your hand or is it like
it's on
your
the.
belt?
It would be on the belt.
Okay. A arc of lightning comes off of this thing in a very musical fashion. Like you can hear a melody in the various arcs it's putting out, and seems to go right past your hand and onto your belt, like this lightning. The area around you just fills with light and sound and the smell of ozone, as this little Tesla thing just makes a
Is it hurting
pleasant-
me?
No, it doesn't hurt at all.
Oh, this thing's pretty neat.
Right?
I'm gonna try a knowledge arcana check to figure out
Oh damn.
Okay.
what is that.
You could probably make this with magic, but you're pretty sure this isn't magic.
It's not magic.
Yeah, this is one of those dwarven things that feels like it should be magic, but it's not.
It is science. Huh. So I guess would it be knowledge engineering to or like what is knowledge science in D&D?
Knowledge engineering. Yeah, knowledge engineering works.
Fine.
Okay. It's. I think. This doesn't tell you. Like, you've never seen anything quite like this before. But, someone roll perception? Or.
Yeah.
Sure. The 27 was Alexandra's
Yes.
perception.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You find within the store on one of the racks a brochure. It's like, this is the grand opening, which tells you a bit of information. This is the grand opening of Tesla Town. Like, maybe a week before the city was flooded. And so these things may have caught on if it were a different time, but they just sort of showed up and then were immediately destroyed, and I don't think anything really came of the grand invention of a Tesla coil.
Is this thing called a
Not that
Tesla
they're-
coil?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's not exactly... I mean, they exist in real life too, and they haven't caught on here, so you can't say it's too...
Yeah, fair enough.
That's going in the bag.
Okay. Interesting. Let's see. I will mention there's a on-off switch, and there's a little, like a dial that tells you the amount of battery
Oh, well.
that is left in it. These things seem to need to be charged, and you're not sure how that works exactly.
Is there another like instructional pamphlet or something?
There would be if you had a box for this thing, but this thing just seems to be sitting here. Like someone took it out of the box, tossed the box away, and put this
It's
out.
a display model.
Not quite.
No?
Like, this is definitely a back shelf. This should not be a display model, yet it is being displayed. Like, someone set it here, turned it on. It obviously wasn't open like this the whole time. Someone made
Well,
this...
meta-wise, if we can wait, if we want to solve this mystery at level 11, I'll be able to do so just by touching it.
Wow.
We'll come
we
back.
might not want to wait that long.
Oh, yeah, we'll come back. Go kill 300 green slimes, and then you can come back here.
Well, I guess we'll just grab it and keep on keeping on.
Okay, you're going to stuff it in your bag?
Yeah?
Turn it off first, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not gonna
It
waste
turns
that
off,
battery.
stuff it into your bag, and you are back to... Did you have lights out, or are you in darkness right now?
A pebble might be nearby, but otherwise...
Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, let me find out what the thing is. Gotta go find the page for this because I didn't put it in.
I'm
freaking-
falling for a trap.
What? What?
Shiny things. Oh no. Maybe I'll have cover depending on where they're shooting from.
Roll
Oh,
a reflex save.
Oh boy.
You should be decent at reflex saves.
Yeah.
But am I decent today? I'm not.
No. Okay. A light comes from above and just lights up Nari and the area around her. You are now under the effects of spotlight.
What the fuck is spotlight? Like, you know what?
This
Don't
is
tell
a-
me. It's a thing.
Okay. Let's see.
I made a mistake.
You're the first visitor.
Okay, the effects of spotlight are centered on the target and move as the target does. As a result, the target takes -20 on all stealth checks.
Oh no.
Cannot benefit from concealment normally provided by darkness, as though limited by fairy fire. So yes, you are very brightly lit, as is the area around you, and things further away than that are kind of dimmed. Sources of light further away from that are kind of dimmed. And you can roll initiative if you want. Well, I mean, roll initiative. We're going to have to at some point. Oh, are those the cookies? Moose cookies? Okay.
Is this spotlight coming from above or am I glowing?
The spotlight is coming from above you, but it seems to be tracking you perfectly.
If I had
And
something above me, would it stop?
I mean, it would be shining on the thing above you, I guess.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah. Let me. Let me get this character sheet as well.
Oh, I was on mute that entire time. Shit.
Oh,
Oh no.
Moose cookies, Viking warship cookies, and heart cookies.
Okay.
Yeah,
where are all these cookies at?
at my house. Do you want some?
Oh, sadness.
Well, that's okay, Alexandra. Just make your way to my house in proper parts of civilization.
Oh my
And,
god. A bunch of them are going to my office tomorrow, and then a bunch to Axe starting on Tuesday.
17 for Nari.
But I will be right back.
7 for. Okay. Vomar, all you.
Okay, with the spotlight, I get a little bit wary. I move next to Symphony. And, no, because I can't actually see anything coming at us, I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself via the wand.
That's a good idea. Let me actually throw an more out. 20 feet. So me and Snake at least can see where the light is. Okay. It is time for this character. I can wait for the return of everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so I cast Mage Armor, Frosty. What
Yes, we're
happens
waiting for
next?
Alexander.
Okay.
I don't want to start into the monologue. Well, we're down people. I don't think that's. Also, spoilers. There's going to be a minor monologue. I mean, I guess you can talk back.
So, Frosty, I think I've told you about the Pathfinder stripper build.
No?
God damn.
There's a deific obeisance to a neutral good god of like sexual positivity, from what I can understand.
Okay.
That the second boon
Oh,
adds
no.
your charisma bonus as an armor bonus, as long as you're in revealing clothing.
It's pretty
What
silly.
did I just walk in on?
Something weird.
Great.
Well, you
That's
decided
okay.
to make your return as uncomfortable as possible, which we
Oh
all
man,
think.
that That wasn't the worst thing I've ever walked in onto.
Oh. I mean, she lives in a house with a poltergeist. There
Yeah.
must be some really weird stuff you walk into.
And it's a poltergeist of a carny. I mean, come on.
So,
Cookies are good.
it is your turn, Alexandra. Or at least your
Nope. You must be here though for this model. I mean, you guess you don't technically need to be, but it seems like you should be included when plot shit happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. A voice booms from somewhere to the north. You're guessing there's only really one building that's still standing in this area, so you figure they would be, somewhere on that building, or if they wanted to look down on you and see you. A voice booms out. I will say this in the old tongue so you can understand me. This is my hunting ground. You monarchists have the honor of being the prey of Lens, the greatest hunter of all time. And an arrow shoots out at Nari.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
I don't have my buffs on.
Nope.
No, you don't.
Actually, make that 2 arrows.
Oh. Is that them?
Do you have partial cover or anything?
I-
I guess.
No, spotlight negates it.
I have 22
Uh,
AC.
Let's see.
Oh, nope, never had a chance.
Holy shit. Okay, those both hit.
Yep.
So you are to take. Do you have elemental resistances of some sort?
Yes.
Okay.
Cold, acid, electric.
Cold, acid, electric.
Of 5.
5. Okay. Actually, is anyone else lit right now?
Probably not.
Okay.
What kind of lit are you talking about?
Oh yeah, Jade is.
Yeah, I mean, I was
time.
about to say,
Those
I don't know about you
cookies.
guys, but
Those cookies.
those weren't normal cookies.
Okay.
Da-
Before I start rolling dice, how much health does
I
Nari
have
have?
44.
Okay. Okay.
Well, it seems like I'm first going to try to be like, we aren't the monarchists.
Too late.
No, I mean that's a free action. You can say that.
Yeah, I'm going to say we aren't the monarchists.
Okay. Combat's gonna pause for talking time.
I'd
Where are
prefer
you
if you
from,
didn't
not
kill
monarchy?
the bird lady I'm with.
Where are you from? Not monarchists.
Well, I am from so deep in the earth you have never been there. I am Yadathian.
Okay, great. The rest of you?
Well, one I point towards Neski. Actually, he can't see me probably. So I say,
Okay.
well, I have one Shabdu who was created maybe on the surface, but definitely wasn't a monarchist.
So Ixena the Collector, like the original, was, I guess it was before it was called the Monarchy, but they were.
Oh, great.
No, I
don't think this-
I'm using that technical point.
Okay,
It wasn't
fair
the
enough. Yeah.
monarchy when Aneski was created.
Okay. So
And-
you came from not the Monarchy. That's specific.
Probably about 400 years ago.
1,000 would be the.
1,000 years ago. And then we just the person they're shooting at is just a drunk is a drunk bird lady, okay?
Pretty accurate.
I don't know if she even knows what the monarchy is.
And then Jade yells out, "I'm the goddamn heir of the goddamn Dwarven Empire. I'm not a fucking monarchist." And the Lens just laughs. and I'm actually going to send one of those arrows towards her instead.
Okay.
Okay, while this is happening, I run up to. I hand one wand. I get. Okay, so my familiar gets a wand of of infernal healing. I have my wand of mage armor, and I say, "Nari, get over here. I need to heal you."
All right.
I move like 20 feet.
What's my damage, by the way?
Yeah, one sec. So you have resistance to which one? You had said frost, acid, and
Cold, acid,
Electricity.
electricity.
cold, acid, electricity. Okay. That's good news. You don't have to deal with that part of it.
Hooray. Alright, 15.
Whereas,
Oof.
yeah, as she takes that arrow and starts to go into a good frothy rage. Nari, it's your turn. You can kind of guess that they are. Let me. Like the arrow is sort of traced through. They seem to be woven in with a spell, a ray of fire. Like that, an arrow comes and a fire ray follows quickly behind, allowing them both to hit at the same time. And two of these go out, one at each of you. But you can sort of trace back
Well-
where it came from.
But let me cast the spells on Nari first.
Okay.
Because Nari didn't get her
Her tap.
turn. Nor did Aneski.
Woo.
So I will.
Oh no, I was just sort of pausing initiative
Oh,
during
okay.
the conversation. It was still the start of that person's turn. It was
Okay.
now Nari's turn.
Okay, so I'll move over here to get a tap.
You get mage armor and infernal healing on you as my familiar casts 1-1.
Is that one healing right this second?
One healing right then,
And-
and then one more healing for 9 more rounds.
Okay.
And 4 more armor.
And mage armor, and I'm going to change into fighting defensively while also walking to this shelf for cover. Because it looks like it was up here, right?
Yeah, it looks like it was way up there. The shelves are. I think if you just like knock one over, it makes better cover. And I'll let you do that for free.
Okay.
That makes more
It's
sense than
easier
a
to run
shelf
into
with
it.
like, rather than being like, almost 100% visible behind gigantic, like shelf
Mhm.
tiles. Alexandra, it's all
Yes.
yours.
Okay.
Actually,
Mm.
yeah, it's all yours. You should probably put symphony in these freaking orders.
Yeah. Well,
So, do I know the direction it's coming from?
It's coming from the north.
Okay.
You know, pretty sure which building it is too.
if you get some cover, I can then cast haste, and that will make chasing it down way quicker.
Okay. Yeah. Could I also? Am I still raging, or can I start raging?
You raging is a free action. You can just rage anytime on your turn.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I will rage, and I will find cover.
Why did
And
I
I
write
will
Alexandra,
rage.
not Nesky? Everyone else's character names are here.
So you can, let's see.
No, I want Alexandra to, in real life, go solve this fight.
Okay.
I believe in her.
Let me
Just don't
start
get hit.
walking.
Yeah.
All right. Where to?
You could probably like hit into that one and knock it over.
So I will say these things are, like the pushover stores. They do act as cover. They're just not super tall. But like,
I could be right
Hey,
back.
But if
Keep
you're
going.
crouching, it's probably decent cover.
Okay, let's do that.
all right.
Whee!
Okay. It is time for the question marks who are doing nothing. Vomar, you again.
Okay. I'm going to move Eh. I'm gonna move here. I'm not quite fast enough to go there, but my familiar is going to move into cover over here, so I can then cast haste on my familiar, and it will hit all of us.
And I'm going to hate. Nope, nope, wrong button. So you're going to.
I move over here. I don't have the speed to get to. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, I don't have the speed to get into cover.
Okay.
But
I'm back.
if
Welcome
my
back.
familiar double moves, he can effectively act as the middle of the haste.
Isn't the haste no two targets can be with further than 30 feet away? So Aneski and Vomar are further than 30 feet.
Well, then I hit it.
I thought it was a burst on a target.
Yeah, so it is a 30-foot. It is a group of people who are no further than
no
30
two
feet
of which
away.
can be more than 30 feet apart. Then I cast it. Then I'm okay with. Oh, and Eski's too far.
I know, right? Haste, you need to be real stacked up.
Huh. Never knew that.
Well, I'm going to cast. I'm instead going to cast Shield on Nari.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
So that's an
Yes.
additional 4 AC.
Damn.
And I say, try to group up so I can haste us. I don't like yell that out so that whatever lens can hear us, but I do say it so that we can hear.
All right. Okay. It is their turn, and they're going to drop a fascinating spell I like called Euphoric Cloud. Let me
Ah,
draw that up. It's about that size. Let me pick it up. Why can't I move? Okay. Not allowed to move it. Because they can see. All right, everyone in that cloud make a will save.
I cannot see that cloud.
Neither
You can't?
can I.
What? Giant pink? Oh,
Okay. Yes. Okay. My familiar doesn't care. It's a construct. I do. So.
What is it? What's
Will
it?
save.
What's
Is this a spell effect?
this is a spell effect.
Great. I get +2.
Hey.
Hey, okay. Nari's fine. Okay, you are both fine. You are not fascinated by the euphoric cloud that is back. You actually have a.
I used to do this to myself as a youth.
The spell component is a rare mushroom worth
Nice.
like 5 gold.
Of course
or
it is.
something. Of course it is. Okay, Nari, all you.
Still no sights on it?
You're not. Yeah, there's still no direct sights on it. You could take
And-
a.
We'd want to move out of the cloud anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially with the clouds.
So
It's a
I'll move.
effect of a.
I will move up to there.
Let me actually
Okay.
check.
And then in my turn, I can kind of.
Can I roll perception to see from here?
To see from here. I think there's no real lights in that area. I don't think they're going
Okay.
to be.
Oh, it's
And
not close
when the
enough.
next time they fire, I think you can.
You'll roll the perception check then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're going to basically need to get much closer for your dark vision to get you a chance at this.
I'm healing up slowly.
Okay. Yeah. All right. It is. Reveal that. Symphony is going to. I guess just sort of. They're going to start to inspire courage. Everyone take. You get +1 confidence bonus on everything.
Hooray!
And I think they can move as well. What is. Okay. I should probably know how Bard works by now.
Mhm.
Alright. You can start your turn. Eski.
Okay.
You meta-wise, you might want to wait until I move up and haste all of us,
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll
and
do
then you can then move like way faster. Like,
Deal.
you'll-
I will defer my turn.
Alright, that is time for the question marks. They do nothing again. Vomar, all you.
I shuffle forward 20 feet, and I cast haste, and I get
Everyone.
everyone in that group, including Symphony.
Nice. That's a good haste.
Okay,
It is. I suppose
and then my familiar is gonna go up to an No, that wouldn't actually help solve that. My familiar is gonna move towards Frothy Dwarf Lady
Mhm.
and sort of just try to stay low to the ground. And it's gonna try to poke her with the Healy stick next round.
Okay. Alright, it is now time for Lens again.
Oh
Lens
wait,
is going-
Aneski delayed her turn.
Oh yeah, you're right. Eski.
Okay.
All you.
So I still don't know exactly where, but
So if you look up here, that's the building that is your best guess.
Ah,
Oh, I didn't even see that. I was too zoomed in.
Yeah. It's
Same.
way up there.
all right. You know what? I'm gonna run that way.
well, I'm just
Have-
trying to think. Like you have like 70 move, so you could actually like move yourself up pretty far, and then just the next turn, just like sprint.
So remember,
Yeah.
you can hold
that.
left click, as Ian taught us, and you can actually just measure out how far you're
Oh
going.
yeah.
Which is actually way more accurate than what we normally do.
Mhm.
Okay.
So you can move 70 feet.
Oh no, my Mac keyboard is screwing.
So you can move 70 feet in a move action, and then like
If you're doing
you
a
could
full
actually
run.
make your way up to like.
Isn't a run a
Then-
straight line?
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
You can't run in a straight. To do a proper run action, you have to effectively have nothing stopping you from running.
Right.
All right.
Like no blocks.
So you
It
could
has
like end up there.
yeah, and start moving towards and
What's her
seeing
move?
where.
What's her move speed normally? 30.
40 feet.
Oh,
40. Just got fast speed. 'cause
Awesome.
Barbarian, basically.
Same as me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That means I don't have to think.
And my base speed is 20, so enjoy being fast.
So fast.
So fast.
Okay. Right then. That is Nari's turn. Correct?
That was Aneski's, and now it's Lens.
Aneski, are you going to reveal more as she does her second move?
Oh,
up and-
right. Yeah, I'm waiting for her to do the second. But yeah. Let's.
So, yeah, Alexandra, push yourself.
To,
Maybe
to the
like
limit.
here.
also want to say,
Limit!
you're pretty far outside of the range of the light that is around Nari. However, there is a. Oh, is that where you're going?
That's where she's going.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all right, that's fine. Basically, as you're passing, you notice more of those Tesla coils, which are, again, loud, bright, and even odorous. They are very obvious.
So they're being used as intruder detection systems.
Mm-hmm.
Haha.
All right.
Okay.
I'm an
Now,
intruder.
lenses.
You're also in danger. That is neither here nor there.
It's
right.
everywhere.
Lens is going to take a regular full attack. Okay, and then let me roll the cover one as well. That's partial, or is that full cover? Total cover?
Total cover would mean that they can't actually even see you.
Okay. Right.
So the types of cover are soft cover, hard cover, like arrow slit cover, and total cover.
Okay. What you're
So-
noticing is that as you are blocking your direct view to this person, the arrows are coming not directly at you, but from above. But they are doing this at a significantly lower accuracy. Something actually that 30 should be more like a 27. But at any rate,
Cool.
one of those hits on you.
Both miss.
Both miss.
Both miss.
Damn.
I'm
Okay.
at 33 now.
Shield and mage armor.
And fighting defensively.
Right.
Yeah.
Lens takes a moment to say, "Ah, a worthy prey."
Fuck you! Actually, 34 with haste.
Goddamn. Okay.
I wasn't prepared, god damn it.
Sorry. Go for it. Go forth.
Is it my turn?
Yep, it's your turn.
Then I can move pretty much over here, but I'm going to move here.
All right.
So that Aneski is not in the line of sight.
All right. Let me reveal.
Nice.
Go get him!
Woo!
This sucks!
All right. Symphony. Let me check the range.
Oh, what's happening with Angry Dwarf Lady?
Actually, wait, is this cover right here?
Right where?
Right here.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is.
Then she'll
a
pop
fairly
into
steep
cover.
angle.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. All right. In zone shape has no touch range. Okay. Well, 60 feet. You can actually. They can.
Yeah, I can do that.
Symphony seems to be continuing the song, and then also. No, they don't have enough range for that. Never mind. They're trying to follow behind. They have a plan to do something, but it's not. I think it's going to be over before that actually.
We're a little
works
too
out.
fast for her.
Yeah.
Well,
Dwarf
it
Lady
is Symphony is hasted.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Dwarf Lady is like using her. She's like in full cover. She's using her gleaming axe to try and mirror, like as a mirror to try and see the position of the sniper above. While she is healing up her wounds.
Now this is Apex.
Yeah. Okay. That comes back to Aneski.
Oh, I healed it.
Okay. I am going to keep going.
Is there like a window or something into this house that she could like jump into?
Okay. You reach the plate. Once you get into vision, you can see it is a steady stand, sturdy, stable, which is why it is
Oh,
still standing.
Oh my god.
It is absolutely lined in this, let me throw these onto the map layer. You can see just how reinforced all
Oh,
this
Jesus,
is.
there's a bunch of those.
Yeah. And again, they're not damn. Oh no, the steady stands, sturdy, stable.
Oh, no,
sign
it's
is-
underneath. There we
we
go. We can see him. Good job.
me. Oh no. No, actually, you should be able to see him once you get to that range. I think.
So, the cool thing about haste is that because you have 40 feet of movement, and then you get an additional 30 feet, you actually have a plus 16 to jump checks
Dang.
from speed. So you could actually do like a double move and just jump into like a window of that building. Action movie hero it.
That sounds like something she would do.
Well, and you're like 6'4" and partially made of like stone.
Noodle.
Snoodle and stone.
Like the saying of the old Game of Thrones house.
Yeah.
Noodle and stone.
Which actually is would be a terrible name for a house that deals with purple worms. The purple danger noodle in stone.
All right, so who's
All
up?
right.
Yeah.
Who is
Okay.
up? It is. Is Zaneski moved?
No,
Zaneski should
I
move.
have not. Okay, so if I charge, how far can I?
You can go 140 feet if you charge, but you'd have
They're
to
on the
kind of
roof.
do it in a straightish line.
Yeah.
You may as well
So,
just double
is
move.
there a window on the south-facing
Okay.
part
It is
of the
a-
stable?
Let me think. I'm gonna say. Yeah, sure. There's a window on the southern facing side. It's a 1-story tall building. The inside is sort of got stalls for horses. They are very rotten. Like the main, like the wooden stuff inside is all broken and rotten, but the outside is very hefty stone that just refuses to budge.
Okay, you could actually jump onto the top of that building,
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds fun.
especially because you have noodle arms.
Oh god, noodle.
Oh, God.
Whee!
So what's the DC for that?
Great question.
You said you get plus 16, right?
So it's an acrobatics. I think it's an acrobatics check.
Mhm.
Okay.
She gets whatever her bonus is right now. She gets plus 16 for the speed she's going at, and she's trying to jump up.
So plus 16 minus 2 because my acrobatics.
Okay, so plus 14. You would have to get to the top of a 1-story building when you have a 10-foot reach. Would probably be like DC 20.
Oh no, Roll20, what are you doing?
What would it be if
What
you
do you
didn't
do
have
in Roll
10-foot
20?
reach?
I think it would be like. Well, I guess it's just part of the issue with this is that she isn't just trying to do a standing jump.
She's
And like if someone's already effectively 10 feet tall,
Mhm.
it's less vertical height they're trying to reach. Because normally just trying to do a 10-foot standing jump would be 40.
Okay,
Because it's 4 for every 1 foot of jump.
gotcha.
But because she's already effectively 10 feet tall,
I'm trying to figure out what the DC would be for me. Hey, good jump.
Okay.
you just skid land on the roof.
Whee!
Okay. It's now the turn of the question marks.
You can actually be like you have enough movement to actually be like keep him at the 10-foot mark. So if he tries to leave, you can hit him. If he tries to move forward, you can hit him. Yeah, because you cover 15 feet.
Cool.
And we can get there. All right.
Yep. Because it was effectively. She could have even gone past him and, like, nothing personnel kid. She could have gotten to there.
Okay. All right. The question marks finally have their time. Boom, token layer. Guess what? This guy's got sidekicks. The sidekick sort of jumps up to here. You can roll an attack of opportunity if you so choose. You only get one around, so.
Do you want to try to save it for
I think I
Bowie
wanna
dude?
Yeah, because he
Okay.
attacked my friend, and I can't stand for that.
Aw.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm adorable. Paul is screaming, by the way.
Good. Yeah. Sounds right. If I can do. Should do my own. Dang. The 20. I think that still works though, right? What was the DC we decided on?
We didn't decide on a DC for not her,
Oh, okay.
and I'd
Fair
like to
enough.
know what that is. It's probably at least 35.
Really? Okay.
If
Yeah.
she's getting an easier DC and she made it with a 32, then you get it.
I mean, I think she went past it by leaps and bounds. But literally.
Yeah. She needed to get a 20.
Oh, okay.
Because effectively, she was only trying to jump like 5 feet because she could pull
So
herself up with her.
would it be a 25 or a 30 then?
It would probably be a 30 for
Okay.
you.
Then it would be a 30 for this thing.
Yes.
It's,
Well, shit.
it's fucking...
It can try to jump and then like roll the rest of the way as a climb check and sort of sacrifice the rest of its movement.
All right. Yeah, I could see that.
Like Ineski got good enough to just jump clear onto it.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right,
Whereas
so one of
they
them
might
is-
jump halfway and then like grab the roof and pull themselves up.
So I think these two are able to get to the corners, and this one again, attack of opportunity, if you wanted it. But yes, that is their turn to get to the roof.
Okay.
It is now. Okay, Bomar.
I, using my hasted glory,
We're unfortunately leaving
I'm
you in the
going to
dust.
move over here. My familiar casts Infernal Healing on
That's good.
Dwarf Lady.
She gives it a stern look, but doesn't directly object.
Okay, so I used my move action to get into base cover over there. Okay, so this asshole is a fair bit away.
Mm-hmm.
Do I actually have a spell that will go that range?
That's the question.
That is the question.
Hit him from all the way downtown.
Ah. Oh yeah, I used my 3rd level spell. No more 3rd level spells for me. Sorry, just spell ranges are... Ha ha! Yes, I can. Okay. Have that fucker roll a will save.
Which one?
As I cast glitter dust from downtown.
Nice.
Oh God. Okay, so Warforged Lens. Here we go. A will save, you said?
Will save.
Does glitter dust work on people with high hit dice?
Hit dice doesn't matter.
Really? I thought that was the thing with glitter dust.
I forget.
No,
what...
that's sleep.
Is glitter dust blinding?
Yes,
That thing's blind.
it is. Every turn it will get to roll will save to overcome the blindness.
Okay, gotcha.
Get
All right.
fucked.
So at the start of it or at the end of its turn?
Start of its turn.
Start of its turn. Okay, it's the start of its turn.
Each round at the end of its turn, a blinded creature may attempt a new saving.
Oh, that makes sense because
Okay.
otherwise
Okay.
I would get 2 in a row.
Yes,
So
that makes sense. Okay. What are they going to cast?
Boom. Glitter.
magic is bullshit.
It's
Okay.
nonsense that she shoots bow arrows made out of her soul crystallized.
Nari, yeah, make a will save.
I'm making a will save.
No, sorry, Ineski.
Oh,
We'll
I was gonna say what the fuck. what?
Yeah, that would be like the most pressing thing right now is fuck that bird.
Okay. Wish me luck. I've been rolling well today, so
And while raging, that does help your will saves. So
That's true.
plus what's my bonus for plus rage? I forgot.
You're a hedgehog familiar. Did I have that? I need to see if I already have it
Included.
included. And the blood rage. Yep, all of what's included is already in there. So you have
Perfect.
+6. Which is decent for level 5.
Here we go. Yes.
Okay. Don't be too worried. You see them run north. And you will make an attack of opportunity against them. But they weren't really there, because that's starting duplicate.
Oh.
So, they send a fake version of themselves running out one way, and they run out the other way. And they sort of like slide down the roof, running blind. I think they make it. I mean, they can go.
Can you
That's a
go
swift
full speed
action.
while you're blind?
Great question. I think they are just kind of going by
Well,
muscle
nothing
memory.
stops you from running at full
Well,
speed. While
I feel like you
blind.
might
It's
trip.
usually what stops you is the not knowing where you're going.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna say they get about that far before, because that is a. Actually, they'd be about here for a move action. Then they still have their standard action, with which they're going to. They don't have a good spell for right now, actually, so they're just going to try and continue their run as best they can.
Is that a wall?
Aneski, hunt.
The hunter becomes the hunted. Okay, actually, roll a perception check.
Okay.
So they're going to try and do something to elude you.
Do-do-do-do-do.
There are chase mechanics in Pathfinder,
Mm-hmm.
though we are also faster than them.
Mm-hmm.
Temporarily, but yes.
Well,
where
we might always. Well, Neski and Nari might be base faster.
Mm-hmm.
True.
What is stealth?
Oh, remember, it doesn't get its dex to dex skill checks because it's blind.
Okay, fair enough. Dang.
Is that minus its dex?
That's minus its dex already.
Okay. Doesn't get away.
Well, perception versus stealth. Who's meeting? Who's beating?
It's attack. Perceptioner has to meet or beat. So it's
Okay. Okay, so you can see when they they go over the edge, kind of sliding, and then they just vanish from sight. You can hear that they have just gone through a window in the back that they remembered was there, like done some
Okay.
sick flip shit.
Cool.
They are now inside of the building, about there-ish. I'm gonna put a little.
Oh, that's okay. You can
And I'm gonna
just ignore the ads.
roll my will save. 12. That is worse. They are still blind.
It's
Okay.
Neski gonna call out where they went.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
In the building.
All right, all you.
All right. Well, I was gonna do a sick jump up there, but now we don't have to. Is there a window or something I can go through?
There is a window there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so. Fuck. I guess I can't. I can go to the window and actually use the window as cover.
Mhm.
Assuming it's
Okay.
like waist high, and I can like shoot in from here.
All right. Are you trying at all to hide from the littler drones on the windowsill or the
Oh, they're
roof,
up.
I guess
They're on the.
the corners of the roof above. Yes.
Oh, that's true. Would
so they can't attack you, but they are up there, and they could drop down on you.
You know what? I'm not concerned at the moment.
Okay.
And I had to use 2 moves to get here anyway, so.
Yes. Fair
I
enough.
think. Yeah. Because I only have. Yeah.
Hasted Symphony. He's gonna. Bam, 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 bam. Just-
Symphony gets about. Well, Symphony gets like into the rubble.
Well, I pretty
Okay.
much. It's gonna take me a while to get anywhere near you guys. So.
Mhm.
You have the spells you're gonna have.
You've already buffed us. You've given us what you need to give us.
Fuck, I need a way of improving my base speed.
Flight.
Yes, actually. But I used all my level 3 spells to give you guys haste.
Fair.
3 times today.
It's a good spell, goddamn.
It is the best spell. But,
Oh, let's see. Let me just. Okay, no. I was
don't
gonna
worry,
say that.
the blind, it will only be blind for 5 rounds if it fails. All of it saves.
Okay, great. I was gonna say that the what's her face takes a real badass move and throws her axe, but that's way too far. the the range is like 20-foot per range increment, so even a wild throw would not work. They're going to begin their own waddling path over.
Well, if they do like
But then-
Oh yeah, because dwarves have 20 movement
Oh god.
and can run 80.
The fast versus the slow. 2 teams.
Okay. It is. Let's see. Neski? Yeah, Neski.
Okay.
You got 2 fellas on the roof with you, and your target below.
Go after the target. Ignore the
Yeah.
ads.
Yeah.
I believe
So
in your ability.
what are the
And if-
chances that I can break through this roof?
A torrential flood of water that swept every building off the map off did not break through this roof. So,
Oh.
like 50-50 that it can survive an Esky?
Also, you can get down there and hit him without breaking the roof.
Okay. I mean, that's less epic, but okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's okay. You're actually flipping yourself through a window by putting one of your noodly arms on the roof and
Yeah.
swinging yourself down.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Where's my window? Is it like
It's on the left. It's
here?
where he went.
Yeah.
You're just
You can
following
just
him.
follow.
Okay. Cool. So,
So you could end up like here or something.
whee!
You just
So you
Do
can
I
just drop
need-
down off the roof and just stab into the building.
Yeah.
So do I need to roll anything fancy for my?
No, you're just dropping down. You got this. Roll attack.
Do I? Do I though?
That hits.
Nice.
especially because no dex to AC.
Oh yeah, that really.
And
hurt.
in Esky, you also get +2 for hitting a person that can't see you.
Kick his ass, Aneski.
You suddenly see Nari shouting from the other window as she's taking aim.
All right.
Oh no, you rolled minimum damage and it's 18.
I am a monster.
Okay, let me. One sec. One of these things is. Okay. They sort of, like, as you go to hit them, a shield of water sort of flooshes up at them, and they take, like, a fair bit less damage than you were expecting, but still, quite a bit. Actually,
Interesting.
and that's a first level spell you can cast as an immediate action. Called Wave Shield. Oh, none used it, but no one ever hit on none, so.
Fair.
Let me zoom in a bit
Are
more.
you annoyed, Frosty? Should I have had more people target you? You got hit
Yeah.
by spells and stuff like that.
I suppose I did. Okay. It is. Oh, the stealth, or the little drones are going to. One drops down to sides. Nari, I think you can make an attack of opportunity.
I can. Well, wait.
You can
Like,
punch.
just to kick them or punch them, or.
I
Throw-
don't
hit them with
think
the
it's worth. I mean, as long as you know what, fuck it. I will try to.
They're low level.
I'll
They're not high
try
level.
to hit it with my fist. I guess. Nope.
Okay.
There's a reason.
Gotcha.
I don't do that because it doesn't work.
They look kind of upset with you.
I just gotta
After you do
slap
that.
it.
Get the fuck out of here.
So these two are going to try and sync up their turns.
That's
Is that a
fine.
thing you can do in D&D? But they both get the flanking
effectively
bonus?
can.
If they have the same initiative, that's easiest.
Oh, I rolled the same initiative. But like to
Yeah.
both go down at the same time, flank with
Yeah,
all their attacks.
if you allow the players to coordinate like that, the enemies can coordinate like that, and vice versa.
Cool. I'll have to remember to do
I
so.
was gonna say you just
Uh,
added us. You just gave us something that we couldn't do before. Because I see
How
what
much
you
for
said.
flanking? 4?
2.
2 for flanking?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 4 if you
Days.
are awesome with teamwork feats. And a bird.
Okay, let's hope they crit.
That's a misses.
Nope. That was... they come at you with some cool knives, but they do not.
She's just
succeed.
dodging and lining her shot up, not even really paying attention.
And there's 8 of your AC is force.
Yes. They're
Yes,
they're
the
being
major-
pushed away.
So one of them that gets kind of close just like bounces off. They're like, this is bullshit.
Magic is bullshit.
I feel like you need that
Okay.
on a shirt.
Your character just has like band t-shirts.
Yep.
Omar.
Vomar is going to do, because I'm hasted, I'm going to sprint. I might. I can
Oh, I
actually
should mention the as you're standing here with these two, like Warforged, standing between these two Warforged.
Oh, wait a minute.
there's
I never got a turn.
Didn't you? Oh wait, did you not?
I feel like I missed a turn.
Uh,
Did I miss a turn? Because
She has not gotten a turn since
Lens just...
Lens dropped down.
I
Wait.
think you're okay. Your turn was to get to this point.
Oh, wait. Lens did an immediate action. Okay. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Okay.
So Vomar runs now that he kind of hears that the combat has joined. He's not as afraid, and he runs over to here. And that actually no, he runs full up here. That's his turn.
Okay.
Just-
I just want to make the point that during this whole time, the little
Oh, also my familiar's running, quote unquote.
that this Tesla thing is zapping off of the Warforged here and playing like classical music in a really distorted style.
nice.
It's kind of ominous sounding, just bright and everything. Everything smells like ozone, which in medieval times people thought it had like medicinal property. Not even medieval, kind of recent times, but it does not. It is just bad for you. Just not that bad. It is Lens's turn. Lens is
Lens is
still blind, eh?
Yep.
Still blind. That sucks.
Magic.
Lens
Do
is
you
going to.
believe in magic?
What level
Yeah.
spell
Okay,
is-
Nesky, let's try this again.
All right,
Roll
let's
a
go.
wisdom or will save.
Let's go.
How many times can they duplicate? Who knows?
Oh, and also roll a stealth check, Nari. I don't think you've been super loud in your coming here, and they're blind. So if they don't know you're at this window,
All right. It's weird to roll a stealth check while I'm being flanked, but I'm not gonna...
well, it's not for these two.
It's not. Yeah.
I'm so good at this.
I'm surrounded.
By my math.
They probably don't know I'm here.
No, yeah, they got no
Oh
idea.
no, the pentagram.
Oh wait, was that the? What's six?
Nari rises.
Okay.
Say.
Oh god. Yeah, Nesky, was that your will save again?
Yes.
Okay, so you again are fooled by this duplicate, and only for like you see them go one way, you take your bardiche, you cut them in half, and then they are somehow running the other way, and they just reach this window, find it blocked.
Oh.
I find it blocked. I think I could roll like a bull rush or something as they just blindly collide into you.
Yeah, you can
You're
try to
gonna
do a bull
On
rush,
that
but
100%, you're fucking.
Nari would have a 50% chance of not being hit.
Mhm.
So roll.
No, don't
yes,
worry about it.
roll a-
Like, there is absolutely no chance that this person's like 5 strength is enough to beat your ridiculous CMD.
Oh yeah.
So,
I'm like, well, my
You're like-
strength is fucked, so I'm gonna lose here. But no, it's CMD in this game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
so they just like go by the.
Bonk.
You are readying your arrows pointed at them as they like smack face first into your bow. It is Nari's turn.
Okay.
Point blank shot, bitch.
Oh wait, I get to roll my blinded. Hey, they can see.
They can
They're
see
like,
a Nari.
roll eyes, and they're like, I can see. Oh no!
Bang, bang, bang. I actually
Which
don't.
does actually give them AC. I think they can actually.
I think. I don't know. I don't know if those rolls are good enough.
I think. Let me look at the old armor number. Armor number is.
Wait, does haste give plus
Okay.
1 to hit?
Yep.
Okay, so add 1 to each of those.
All right. In that case, 2 of those hit.
Okay. Damage.
And then roll your, what was it, fort saves or move at half?
Oh yeah, they're not gonna like this.
And add 2 to that. Because it's within 30 feet.
Okay. All right. Now that's some
And-
damage.
And then roll 2 fort saves.
Yes, we'll do.
That's a
I
fail.
think they fail. Yep. Okay. They are very badly wounded now. And kind of stuck. Symphony is still trying to catch up. They're doing their best. They get to like this point and realize. I think what they're going to do is.
Oh, and I turned out fighting
seeing the
defensively. That's
situation. They're going to use Stone Shape to try and. At this range, I can't really. Okay, yeah, they're going to get to like.
Remember, Symphony is hasted.
Yes. They're going to get to this wall. They're going to put their hands in the building. They're going to close all the exits so that it is just the box with an Eski lens in it and Nari has her window. It is an Eski's turn.
I'm
Can't
popular.
do 2 attacks, but you can totally. This person's been making you angry.
Making you run for it.
Very angry.
Can you flank someone with a bow?
Yep.
So if,
Well, no.
I mean, you have a
technically
threat
are
radius
threatening with your unarmed fists.
well, I mean, if she got on the other side, would I get a flanking bonus with it as a bow user?
I believe so.
Yep.
So if she could just,
Same way you can get a sneak attack if you're in 30.
if you could just move a little closer, I'd get a bonus next turn.
Or move to here,
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
because then that's direct flank.
Teamwork.
That hits.
Yeah, it would
Believe it
have
or
even
not.
had an additional 2 because flank.
Nice.
Okay. That sure. I think they are dead now.
Oh, great.
Or at
Oh,
least
my
they
Roll20
are
reset.
unconscious now. Yay! They are, at the very least, unconscious. Probably fixable, but they are out of move, or they're not doing anything right now. The 2 knife guys, they seem quite defeated. Actually, they're soul forged, so they're quite new to this, and they are just witnessed the person who was supposed to train them get fucking destroyed. And also, they witnessed a bird just dodge all their strikes like they were nothing.
I'm an anime.
So they kind of like take 5 foot steps away from you, and just like what this one like looks at Symphony, and you hear the exchange of chatter, and then they sort of just like slump down. So does the other one. They're just like, okay.
I finally get there.
Hey, Volmar, how you doing?
But you know what? Not as windy as I would be. Hello. I tried to sort of say, I'm sorry that violence broke out, but you did shoot at us.
These ones don't really have the same ability to speak as Symphony does, so Symphony is more translating them, like onto more parchment. They say, like, "Who are you? How did you do that?
Well, we are adventurers.
You defeated Lens, the greatest hunter of all time.
That is a self-proclaimed title.
Are we gonna... Sorry, real quick. Are we killing this guy? I don't know if he can be trusted. He seems like a psycho.
Lens?
Yeah.
It seems kind of... Did you not already kill him?
He's unconscious, I think.
They are at zero, like they would need
Oh,
to
okay.
be stabilized.
They can't
It's
bleed
hard to
out.
put normal.
They don't have blood.
I suppose not. It's more like life is fading from them. Things
Well,
are being lost.
I think if we're trying to become more friends with the Soul Forge, we shouldn't probably execute.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Okay. Symphony can like very easily create manacles and crap like that,
Yeah, there we
or
go.
even a full
Mhm.
jail cell.
Can you put the jail cell on wheels?
Symphony nods.
Awesome.
You have a wagon jail cell now.
We don't want to kill you, so if you would please step in.
Why the hell not? Says Jade.
I say, because
That thing just attacked you. It's haywire. It needs to get. That's dangerous.
Hey, I'm the one who
God damn it, my voice.
I'm the one who got shot, god damn it.
I got shot too. That thing is dangerous.
Yeah, but
it's dangerous and we brought it down, and now it's a bargaining chip with the other golems.
have you not been in a war before?
No.
Oh. Oh right.
Oh.
You're a young race.
Like all three of us are like, oh, you really haven't. So every single one of us has been involved. You do you not know about ransoming nobles back?
So what? They're machines.
He's,
Okay. I'm gonna try to roll a diplomacy to try to get it into her
I
head
will help. I will assist.
Okay.
that these things. Okay, so I get +2 from him.
Do I have? Yes, I do.
Can
I'm
Symphony
So roll
also-
diplomacy to try to.
Symphony should
I
also-
don't think Symphony can help. I think there's a
No.
bit of.
Okay.
They have
So
reasonable
when
charisma as
Alexandra
far
rolls
as-
her diplomacy, I will see what my final bonus is. Oh, okay.
You just noodle arming at him. Look at me, I'm helping.
And with a 30, I'm trying to explain that golems, like these golems aren't regular golems, they're arcane mysteries, and we shouldn't destroy them because they could be valuable.
Okay, you
And
know what?
they-
That is a much better angle, because if you convinced her that they're people, they are the evil people that killed her brother and all of her people and all
Yeah,
of her
but
hope.
they're like,
They are arcane mysteries. That's
and we're
a
trying
really
to
good
find
angle.
out what's making them, and hopefully we can gain some kind of control or make peace.
Yeah.
like staring and like thinking, like the cogs are turning, and she's like, "Okay, okay, fine."
Now he just starts drinking.
And I need to rest. I ask for a lozenge or one of the candies.
you know, this house is pretty.
yeah.
This house is pretty secure. Why don't we just go in here? Hey, you
Oh,
two,
actually,
come
that's
on.
a really good idea.
She gestures
The
to the
two
little
places
guys.
I figured you'd spend the night would be the upstairs if you wanted to go see the bugbears again, or in the museum. But this is a fine enough place.
So now he invites
Especially
the two
with
little...
some. So we have a cage on wheels
Mm-hmm.
with the three soul forged.
Mm-hmm.
And Vomer says, I really need to sleep so I can prepare my spells again because I keep on using them to save your life.
And I thank you.
You're always welcome, my feathered friend.
What fucking bow was this thing using anyway?
This thing is using a. Let's see. So they are a magus, and more than that, they're a
Arcane Archer?
arcane archer.
Okay.
Yes.
What a
So they have
Yeah.
their bow is actually what's it called? An arcane bond bow,
Oh, neat. Okay. I was curious.
which means that that is a. Wait, what is that?
they were infusing their spells into the bow.
Yeah, even if it was like if it was a god bow, I still couldn't use it. So it doesn't really
Yes.
matter.
Yes, so arcane bond. see. I think I'm trying to figure out if the there is an item here of gravity boat, which I think you already have, anyways.
I'll still take it. If I can
Yeah,
get more
go for it.
uses per day, I'll be more... Because I didn't use it for this fight, and I probably should have.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. This was mostly a fight of movement.
Yeah, than actual fighting. Yeah.
They also have a pouch full of very expensive-looking mushrooms, which is slightly odd for a machine to have, but those were...
I sort of
strap
look
on.
at you guys and say, I don't need them. I have my claw.
I mean, in the bag they go.
Do you not? Do you not wonder why I don't have a spell? Why I have a fake spell component pouch?
You will notice also they're like the original thing that they were. Like their body is made of like a dark stained wood. They've wrapped themselves in the furs of like rare and exotic species that are native to this northern part where the dwarves once roamed. They have these eyes that are like perfect cut quartz crystals, like absolutely massive and absolutely like they would be incredibly valuable, but also just very disturbing to take. So if this person died, you would get
this thing's eyes.
yeah. There would be some gold in it for you if you decided to go a brutal route and like dismantle it. But that is up to you.
Well, right now they're alive.
Right now they're alive, and they might be our first experiment as to what happens when a golem goes into the forest.
Okay.
We will remake you.
That's
We
not
have the
creepy.
technology.
All right. That is
So,
10:03.
It's
That is
10:03.
your night that's being spent here. I
Yep.
guess my question is, your next step would be, I guess, interrogating this one and then probably going towards the Soul Forge or towards the Palace Gates.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
west of Soul Forge. All right.
I don't know if I care about going to the barracks. Even
Nah.
Nah.
the forge is more important. So to save Frosty making an extra map,
Hooray.
Palace of Gates to Soul Forge.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Let me move the big old skull icon over there and show on this map. Yes. So you made it here and have succeeded on this.
Is there a
Go to
reason
the-
we can't just go through the wall?
Well, the wall would be the reason normally. There might be more like Wall of Force shenanigans built into it.
Oh, sure.
It might just be stone. You'd have to investigate. Because if it's just stone, then Symphony can just like...
Right, and that I'm like meta-wise, I would try that. So
Yeah.
if that works, then don't build the palace map. But if it doesn't work, then build
Okay.
the palace map.
Fair enough.
So you
All right.
decide if you want us to go through the palace or not.
All right.
Because otherwise we might have to create more trebuchets.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think that's good, though.
All right.
That's good.
Good game.
Thank you for playing.
Okay, Alexandra, Snake, if you
Goodbye, stream.
will be awake for like 10 more minutes after stream. Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.